West at Dishonored RPG, we run Wednesday evenings at 7:15. I'm saying that definitively now. Darn it.
It's like 7:23 right now.
Yeah, well, we're late.
Okay.
I think we're always like,
Well, now maybe we won't be, because there is a standard.
All right.
Where
what
did we
he
leave
means
off?
is he doesn't want
Yes,
to talk to us.
good question. So last session, you all were leaving Soul Spring again. It is the night of... Oh, could I have those are my dice.
Yeah, you put them in my play
Yeah,
area.
my bad. Apologies.
I believe they're yours now.
Yeah.
Last session, you all were having a somewhat uneventful flight back. The main thing is that you all realized you were being tailed by a Crimson Pennant vessel. Your airship, the Ivory... What did we say it was?
Ivory Respite? Respite? Is that how you say that word? Is it
That's how you
Respite.
say respite, but I don't think that's what the name was.
It was.
It was?
It
Ivory
was.
Respite?
It was a compromise.
Oh,
okay.
it was a compromise? I'm pretty sure I won the compromise.
You did not win the compromise. It was
Okay.
compromise. That's how compromise works.
I
Well,
don't
you're
remember
supposed to
Take
compromise.
it one and a bit of the
You're
other.
hoping that the people feel like they won the compromise.
Yeah, I agree. Respite.
Oftentimes it ends up that
I will
both
use
people
my
feel like
cane
they
at you.
lost the compromise. But
That's fine.
But you realized you were tailed, landed briefly in Jessamine, took off again, realized that you were still being tailed, landed in New Dunwall. There, after paying a tax, wow, so interesting.
Who did we pay the tax to? I'm sorry, one more time for the microphone. Who did we pay taxes for? You said it quieter, not loud.
That's how we say it. I gotta be in character. But you all decided to go find the charter marshal of this town and report the piracy, or at least the suspicions of piracy. And so you went into the official governmental bar, which is the only bar at New Dunwall, actually, and saw the town's marshal, Flynn McClintlock, which most of you saw through that very quickly. And that person was revealed to be someone on Sab's list. So that is where we left off. Let's see. Flynn McClintlock said, let's see,
he was drinking in the morning.
he was drinking in the morning, that's right, but I'm trying to think of the exact line that he said. I think he just said, wait.
Timothy?
Oh, yeah,
Chalamet?
that's right.
Timothy Chalamet.
And you said what? Or
Oh,
something.
dang. You are Flintlock. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Which, actually, can I add that?
Yeah, sure.
He just won't say it. I was just like, oh.
I'm not Flintlock, I'm Flynn McClintlock.
Yes, but as you step forward, he stands up. He's just at a table right now. Stands up with the force that it knocks down the chair behind him he was sitting on. And he just says, "You're supposed to be dead. What is this?" Are you trying to get closer to him, or?
No, so I was just doing this, like, just, and he goes,
I've just taken
Right.
a bunch of alcohol.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, he just drank.
I let
Did
go
you
of
roll
you.
Survive
That's
check
why
real quick.
I've let go of Lee at this point. If Lee wants to go alcoholic, he's going to have to fight that on his own.
I got a success and a complication.
You spill some on your shirt, so you smell like whiskey now. But you drink it.
So he said, oh yeah, he said you were supposed to be dead.
Do you want it? Maybe some bug
I'm a
guts?
ghost from the other side.
Listen, it's not funny. What
Dang it.
are you?
He's alive, is what he is.
Ooh,
What are you?
I'm the twin of.
Why are you here?
Hi, Flintlock. How are you? It's been a long time. Got yeeted into the void.
It's Yote.
Yoted into the void.
Please do not say either of those words.
I got Yachted into the void.
No!
Yo,
This is a Western! We're Outsiders Day!
comes
I got-
from.
We almost
Gosh,
whispered.
darn it!
back and
I
casted. Oh,
I
you
done
really
got casted into the void.
Thank you.
I got casted into the void. Drifted around for 10 years, and now I'm back. How are you?
can I do an inside check on both of them?
Yeah.
Sam walks over to the bar. I would like an alcoholic drink.
You're clearly underage. No.
Actually, he's older than he looks.
If
He's
I'm
older than he
asking for a
looks.
drink,
Wait, is there
then that means there's a lot. Reaches in and pulls out his.
Can I have
flask
another drink?
of whiskey.
Let's let Heisel do the inside check first. This is eeny, meeny, miny, Flintlock first.
3.
3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
This man is terrified. You can see he's kind of in between, thinking
Does he look pleased or upset or some combination thereof?
terrified.
Oh.
He's not grabbing his pistols, but it's terrified in that he could feel threatened and could maybe retaliate. Do a separate one for Sab.
Keeping a very close eye.
Can I do a check just to be watching his body language, or like watching to see if he looks like he's getting ready to attack, or just something like keeping an eye on. So if he decides to draw, I
Well,
get
he's not
little-
trying to do
All right.
anything, is he?
You don't know.
2 successes.
Okay.
Can I contest this? What she's doing? Just I
An
don't
insight
want-
check?
Yeah, I don't want people to read my emotions, even though I'm obviously sending them out.
Strikes me that he's not really worried about that right now, but that could just be me.
That's true.
I don't think that's something you can contest. That being said, if you wanted to do things that would hide your emotions, like wear a mask or something like that, that would work.
Anton's worst nightmare.
I don't even ask it.
Well, what would I know with 2 successes?
2. Two's pretty good. Would be 4 would be that. 3 would be that. Oh wait, what would 2 is Sab's pretty angry and he's upset and he doesn't like this, but he kind of seems to just be keeping it together. He seems to be suppressing it. But it's obviously coming out that he's very angry.
Sidle over to Mr. Barrett and say, "You're ready to restrain Sab if he tries something rash."
Sab rolls to notice that.
Lean once.
Sure. Study carefully. Talk quietly.
One,
let's roll.
1. What was your 1?
3.
4. Wait.
That is very
This is
close.
not-
Give me a second.
This is not worth it.
No, it's not.
Don't.
I won't.
It's super
won't.
not worth it.
I won't.
This is the one point. I'm seeing where this is going.
The void coalesces on your voice to make it ever so slightly quiet.
What's your call?
Oh, on this check.
Did you use a point for it?
No.
Oh, okay. So 4 and a 3.
So, you hear one word: restrain.
Very telling.
Sam
word.
just like, is there
Yeah,
like
just
just
barely
like a
as a-
normal glass somewhere that Sam can grab?
Yeah, there's the whiskey glass that Anton finished.
I'm not paying attention to it because I'm trying to get another one.
I don't want him to do this, but this is what he would do. He grabs that.
Hold
glass.
on. Wait, real quick. Okay. See the bartender just go. Let's get behind the bar.
For our,
Like,
for our
Can I get
listening
that? Can I
audience,
get that drink?
he's like sinking behind the bar, and Anton is climbing over it after him.
I guess. Sad picks up the glass that Anto was using, wipes it out, takes out the alcohol that he has, pours it in.
What alcohol do you have?
Whiskey, I suppose.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, because
alright.
I remember this was a whole big thing
the
that
whole
he
thing.
got something from Max and Henrik's
Anton's
apartment.
like getting over the thing, and then he
Like
looks
Barrett
over
tried
at
to
that,
stop
and he's
him.
like, "Well, never mind."
Wait, no, Sad went out at
Oh wait,
some
no, because
point
then
and
he
he
fire
bought.
breathed with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sad went out at one point and got like alcohol.
Yeah, I remember that.
Let me see.
We went
I
that
think he
shopping day.
still has it.
Seems pretty typical.
I think I have it written down now. So we're gonna just assume that
Shopping
Sad
trips?
reaches
Yes.
in to find that and doesn't find it.
As you reach into your coat to grab something, make a move quickly check.
Can I use firearms? Because this is like a
No.
Okay.
Firearms to grapple?
Well, are you intending to
If he's
shoot
if
this
he's,
man?
if he's drawing, I'm gonna draw on him first and tell him like, no.
Yeah, you can go ahead and contest that.
All right.
I'll allow the firearms focus for that.
That's 3 successes then.
3. What numbers did you roll?
3 and 15.
Okay. Wait, 3, 15?
So 1 critical success.
Or do you roll?
He rolled a 1 and a 17. So absolutely at the exact same time, like to a millisecond, you all both draw pistols.
Whoa. Wait a second.
He draws 2, one on Sab, one on you.
This is highly unnecessary.
You mind if we get some drinks first?
Listen, I'm a
check this
charter
out.
marshal. You all need to back down or you will
Sad
face
pulls out his
consequences.
cigar thing and opens it and like offers it to Flintlock. And like he takes out one.
He's going to like move and like hold his pistol like he's gonna like hold his pistol.
Okay,
up,
right, yeah, like
by the
right.
trigger.
So if you need to, okay.
Guard and like slowly back down and put his pistol back.
And
in
he'd
his
put
holster.
his own pistols down and just say, "I don't smoke."
It's a good habit that I have. Just starts. Seth just pretends to be smoking because he hasn't lit it and he's not going to.
He pulls a light out and offers it to someone.
Seth like takes it and just lights the thing, but he just keeps burning it, and that's all he's doing.
Jervin, get some. The next round's on the house, I guess. And the bartender comes back up. Okay, Marshal, but you're drunk. Just another round, please. Come on. And he starts pouring a few ales. One for each of you.
Take mine.
Same.
And he does pour a glass of water for Flintlock. So you were in the void for 10 years, and now you're back?
Yep.
Kid, I'm so sorry. Yeah, go for it.
Insight? No,
Okay.
I'm not insight checking. I don't need to. Nope.
Oh, buddy.
Nothing? Okay.
Okay.
Listen, we thought it killed you, but it wasn't even supposed to do that. It wasn't supposed to throw you into the void. I'm sorry.
The bottle. Or back
Okay.
into the cup.
That's disgusting.
Do we all have to roll survive checks?
No, this is not very alcoholic.
You're good.
Well, it's good
Also
because
not
I just
freaking
downed
quite
the
yet.
whole thing.
Unless you're built like a rail and have...
Uh-oh.
little
Why do you
bit
think
of
I
muscle
spit
mass.
things out?
Oh.
Yeah.
I have muscle mass on my legs. Does that protect me?
I don't know. It's been too long since I've read about like.
Alcohol.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, there is like a correlation between your weight and
Yeah.
how many drinks it takes you to get drunk. I just don't remember what's the standard of that. Is it mass? Is it BMI? Right? I think so.
I feel
Body
like
mass index.
it should theoretically be something about how much blood is in your body.
Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, never mind. He goes up to the bar and grabs his drink. Water.
You know, I'm missing out on much. It's kind of like water too. Never mind.
Yeah. So, what's your little merry band here?
Just a bunch of strangers I met along the way.
Stranger still?
Sure.
LA's for convenience sake.
Yeah, that turned out well last time. Are you trying to hide the fact that you're spitting out?
No.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
That's
You
done
just
this
drank-
before.
You drank more, and then when you spat it out, that's still in there when you drink. That's disgusting.
Like, offers the glass to you.
No.
Jarvan, get the kid some cider or something. All out of it, Marshall. Sorry.
It's too bad we
Teach
don't
you
have
how to
somebody
drink
in
when
the
you're a
group
bit
who
older.
conveniently carries orange juice around.
Fair enough.
Or juicer, we don't have to have the juice. Go back to the airship. This is juicer.
Well, we're just here to. I'm not here for you this time. We're here to tell the law enforcement that there was a pirate ship seen trailing ours, and that's it.
Pirate ship. What made it a pirate ship?
Crimson Pennant had the flag.
Okay. When did it follow you? Is it here now?
Pulled off when we were coming into port.
Twice.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send that up the chain of command. This time, you said? Listen, I'd rather deal with whatever in the here and now. If you want to kill me, you should just get it over with.
Well, that would be reasonable now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Might.
So did you pick this cushy job, or did it get forced on you? Or...
What do you mean? It wasn't forced on me.
Hmm.
It was good work.
Let's say I killed you right now. You know what happened? You would tell me. They would probably tell me. And law enforcement would be after me. So what's the point in killing? Got yourself a nice little job that takes care of all of that. A little protection that you need.
Listen, charter
it for
marshals
me?
die every day. I know when I'm going in. You could shoot me in broad daylight and there'd be no consequences.
Like I know how to shoot a gun.
Yep, that's you. Jerry's got your old little whale oil pea shooter that you used.
Wouldn't mind that back.
Have you seen her?
Yep.
Is she dead?
Maybe you should find out for yourself.
He stands behind Sabbath.
Okay, he was gonna do it. If you want to kill me, then do it. There won't be any consequences. We're an isolated little town. No other charter marshal will hear about it.
He's going to lean over Sab's shoulder and whisper in his ear. Don't do anything stupid, Sab.
I was gonna try and catch Barrett's eye.
Sab just like turns towards him. Don't tell me what I should and shouldn't do.
Wow.
Smashes his glass.
While he is doing that, so that he does not have wherewithal to listen, Hazel would lean over to Anton and say, "I don't interfere unless he starts to do it, and if he does, stop talking." I think that was
All right,
So,
and your
Sab-
glass shatters to the ground.
And just point to him. Yeah, I just want one little answer. He grabs the table and like throws it like out into the.
We're sitting at the bar right
Oh, I thought you moved over to that.
now. No, he went to the bar to grab
right
it.
above the bar.
Okay.
Well, the glass still works, yeah. You can throw a bar stool.
All right, throws a bar stool, just not at anyone, just at the wall or something. So do I need to roll for that?
No, you can do that.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Look at you right now. You're the...
He throws it not at him, but like next to him, like the glass.
Okay, make a quick intimidation check. Talk boldly, intimidation.
With quick hands, how quickly could I do it?
How quick do you want it to be? Because do we count sketches for portraits?
I think so.
Probably 2 minutes.
Okay, because I've been working on that like since the tensions started to arise between them.
Okay.
So I'm just over here like,
I actually don't have a reference for. Oh my god, let's work on that.
that's why I'm not presently. I thought about
Seeing how fast you can do it.
Sebastian, he never wanted you dead. He was
Sab
fooled by
grabs another
Arden,
chair and throws it against the
and
wall.
she's going to use her cane.
Okay.
She's going to tell him,
does that have a visual
"Sherlock
component?
never wanted you dead. You just got tricked by Arden."
Make a study check, just you.
So I'm going to do
Since you are
a talk cleverly,
Okay.
and you are going to do a talk or survive forcefully or cleverly.
Why'd you reroll that?
Because it's cleverly.
Okay.
What'd you get?
Do I get to apply any focuses to this?
Perception.
I
So,
have that.
this
What?
ability,
Free running? No.
No, I'm thinking void lore.
this ability is called Hearts and Minds.
No.
I
You don't-
use
okay.
3 mana, and I change the belief of any character who fails the check.
So I no longer believe
So you believe what I told you.
that
Flintlock never wanted you dead. Argon fooled him.
Flintlock never wanted you dead. All right. Sab takes the bar counter thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is about the fact that I could have died? This is not about that. Look, you betrayed everything. You betrayed me.
We were trying to save you.
You saved me. What did I need saving from? He just picks up a bar stool. He's not even doing anything with it. What do I need saving from, huh? You and your mind twisted against me. You know why I was there. And you said it was nothing. Nothing!
You want to know why we needed to save you? Look in a mirror? Look at you right now. We didn't save you. Insane. You have your powers. You are capable of horrors we can't fathom.
People need horror. People need pain and blood and terror. They need to be ripped apart sometimes.
They do. And Argan really did rub off, didn't he? I tried my best, kid.
You didn't care anything about me. None of you did. You just
That's a
pretend.
lie.
You just pretend.
No.
You always did. It was just using me or just manipulating it so it was always the way you guys wanted.
Listen, Argan was doing that. I wasn't. Think Sherry was manipulating? She can't manipulate anything. And listen, what do I gain from this? What could I gain from manipulating you? Argan is the one that had to gain. And he did it. He created the monster that he wanted to. You played right into his hand. I thought that stripping away your powers would
Fix
take that.
everything.
Yes. Well,
Think I
listen.
would stop?
Or did you think Argan would stop if he realized he wasn't special anymore?
Argan said he would. He lied. He was manipulating me too.
So we'll roll for that. The insight check.
Okay.
He believes that. He believes that, darn you.
This is a different statement.
That Argan tricked him?
Yeah. It's gonna be one truth at a time, Rachel. Take your pick of what you said.
Argan tricked you.
Argan. I think since you've already discussed the whole he didn't want you dead and Sab reacted to that, we might have to stick with that one. I'm sorry, I'm gonna need to have it at one truth. If it's too many, you can just have a super duper long sentence.
I guess it could work if Sab just like kind of like that's like he was tricked is kind of the thing that
It's-
it comes to believe.
The meaning was he doesn't want you dead because, or not because Argan tricked you. Argan tricked him, and he didn't think that it was going to be Sab getting killed.
So Sab's
Okay.
reaction would be like, "Oh well, that doesn't matter."
Right.
Which is what he reacted as.
Oh, okay,
but-
all right, yeah.
So did I notice anything with 2 successes on the perception check?
Yes, good question. It's a bit more subtle than that. So no. It's not like some big glowy ooh.
Mostly what I was meaning
I
is
didn't go.
did she in some way did she in some way gesture with it, hold it differently, etc. Not necessarily like maybe if there was a noticeable change as I was thinking about
Right.
like, you know,
Here's the thing: is I
What does
think
the
you'll be
game do?
able to see it in other occasions because I think people will react differently. He just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Because a 2 is only average, and this is something that is much more subtle.
But it's so good for me. That's fine though. I just wish I had a focus.
We'll
on
wait
perception.
until it actually has an effect, and then you'll see.
But if I had a focus in anything, it would have been at least 3 successes. If the focus was 3, 4 successes. That's what I'm like
I'm so
peeved
sorry.
about. They were so close.
That would have been good.
I'm sorry, where were we?
He just said something, and I was gonna check that, and it was the.
It was the same thing that I had.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
him about.
That's. Oh, actually really good. 2 successes.
What numbers?
2 and a 9.
Okay. He's definitely telling the truth that he felt manipulated by Argon as well. You don't know the full extent of what exactly Argon said to him or what he's citing right now, but it does seem that he's telling the truth.
I don't remember our argument was.
Well, again, he just said Argon manipulated me too. It wasn't supposed to kill you. It was just supposed to take away your powers. And well, I'll just go ahead and continue with him. He told us that we were going to start changing things, and we were worried that you weren't going to react well. And I'm pretty confident that you weren't. And you would probably react in a way that would end up with all of us dead. We were switching jobs. Well, no, I shouldn't put it that delicately. We were switching sides. Morley started to pay better, and that was the plan. We thought if we brought that up to you with your powers, yeah, you'd kill every last one of us. I quit after that. Both Sherry and me.
Sab walks over to him like very slowly. It's like he's right up in his face.
He's gonna back up a little bit.
Can I make an
He's-
intuition?
keep going.
He's going to be following at a distance,
All right.
like 2-3 feet behind Sab as he's doing that.
As you're backing him closer into a wall, if he's getting close to the wall, he will draw his pistol.
I'd also like to make an intuition
He's-
check on Sab's intentions.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
He's gonna put his hand on Sab's shoulder.
3 successes.
Think about this discussion of morally. What are your intentions? Are you planning to kill him?
I guess best way to say that is that Sab like lifts up he pulls the gun. Sab lifts up the the little glass thing that he broke and like just drops it, and you realize that he wasn't going to attack him. At least not right now. You're probably like, after you pick up that, yeah, he was going to make a point, and he drops the glass. And yet, you're still alive right now, and we're not fighting to our deaths. So thanks for thinking so little of me. Do you really, really think that you guys meant so little to me that I would just kill you? That there wouldn't be something else that goes on?
At that point, yeah. We did. This was something that was too close to home for you.
And are you disagreeing that shouldn't have been?
What do you mean?
That what I told you didn't matter.
You were just hard to read at that point. Didn't matter what you said or not. We were weighing your actions. Or at least, well, Sherry and I were. I'm pretty confident that Sibel and Argon just saw you as a threat. But listen, were you just expecting me to be dead? You're saying I'm here living this life that I shouldn't be? I should be fighting to the death? I should be dead? Why do you think I took a post in the middle of nowhere in one of the most dangerous parts of Pandysia? Because I do want to die. Because that is what I deserve. And that's what you deserve too. I'm not going to bring that on you, of course. I'm not that kind of man. I'm not going to bring it on myself either.
No, I was simply just pointing out the fact that you created this little place where you would have a natural protection by the law.
This is not natural protection.
Maybe. But I will say this. I didn't do anything wrong over there. You? Maybe. Maybe you could have something that stained your conscience. Not.
Why not you? We killed
Because I knew.
civilians.
'Cause I
And you went out of your way to do it. Maybe I even had a nickname for you.
Yeah, we know.
Why is that blood not on your hands? Do you think those weren't people?
Didn't really matter.
Really? The entire nation of Morley. Men, women, and children. Newsflash, you got one with you. Is she less than a person?
We're not going to talk about this.
I think it's probably better that we do.
I don't think it is.
There were dozens of people like her, Morleans, that we killed. Maybe even in the hundreds. She's exactly like someone like her.
different.
Because you know me.
Because she doesn't lie.
He's going to smirk suddenly behind Sam.
So everyone in Morley, except for this one, is a liar.
Because she needed to be. I don't know. She just isn't.
I think if you got to know more of those other people, Peter, you would have realized it
Shh,
was
no! No, you do not know what you're talking about.
He's going to hold his hand up to Heisel.
Don't. Just don't. No, this is different because it just is. I told her things that she would have manipulated and used. I knew it. I knew she's not going to betray me.
And yet, towns full of people are going to betray you.
He's going to go to Heisel while Sab's yelling at him and whisper to her, "I'll talk to him later. This needs to be something that we talk about."
Fine.
Anton, bartender would put pour another glass of whiskey, slide it towards you.
Very
Hans,
strictly tipsy.
survive check. Difficulty of 2. Okay.
He's going to slide his drink down to Anton because he's not going to drink it.
Drink in one hand, no in the other.
Survive check. Difficulty of 3.
It's like, why do I keep succeeding?
It's 9 a.m. in the morning. You are drunk. You are pretty drunk.
Do I finish the sketch?
That's a good question. Yeah, it's probably done by this point. We've had enough conversation. Did you want to ask a question, or did you want something?
It's just something.
Okay. It probably doesn't have any bearing on this right now, so I'll get that
Fine.
later. Just remind me though, 'cause I will forget.
Just is different. I told her about this. Yeah, the old hand thing, that it was something
Why?
that was going on. Because I had to. I thought I was going to die. Guys, if I was dying, she knew about voices. So I had to trust her, so just had to do that. And that's been working. It's been fine, so it's going to remain fine.
So whatever deems the value of a person, or Morlian in this case, is just
Maybe she's not Morlian. Maybe she's just not from there.
Grew up in Elba.
he looks at her,
Sad.
her white hair, looks back at you.
Born in Elba. Raised in Elba. Spent my life
Like
there.
parents from somewhere else. Void happenings. You're like him, maybe.
No,
My body's from more.
What's wrong with him?
not relevant.
So does value of people just come from whether they help you survive?
Shut up. You know why.
No, I'm not.
Because they killed them. That's why.
They. Yeah. You lump so many people in a single they. Like your family.
Listen, you should be. Just stay out of my way. So I'm just gonna sleep.
Okay.
He's going to go up to the bartender.
Yeah.
And he's going to. How much does a drink cost?
What are you looking for?
What's the best stuff they've got here?
Ooh, best is they have some cheap wine. That's probably 8 notes.
He's gonna slap 8 notes down on the bar. Say, tell him his next drink's on me. The
Who exactly is gonna pay for the gestures to the various thrown glasses and chairs and bar stools and stuff.
how much is that gonna be?
15 notes. It's cheap stuff.
So he's gonna slap 23 notes down on the bar. Then he's going to head out after Sab.
Sit down next to Flintlock.
Assuming Heisel's leaving.
Yeah, sit down next to Flintlock for a minute.
He's gonna stand in the doorway trying to watch Sab leave, but also watching Heisel.
Okay. Listen,
How bad was
Sam
it?
just walks away down.
and I can tell that
You said he was dangerous. How
Yeah.
bad was it?
they were bad. I don't. Never going to say that he was the worst of us, but he went out of his way to kill, to cause destruction. He had a particular affinity to fire. It wasn't good.
Did Ergen start help making him do that?
Yes, without a doubt. I'd kill him if I knew where he was.
That was my next question, actually. Sabale's dead.
Really?
Hmm.
She can burn in the void.
Ergen's likely gonna get the same treatment. Anything I should know?
Has he done anything with you all? Gone out of his way to be destructive and all that?
He's been troubled. I wouldn't say he's been cruel.
He attacked us once.
And he lived?
He was out of his mind for a short time. Not sure why.
He's just fractured.
Does he have his powers?
No.
Don't let him get him
I
back.
know.
Listen, your people call them the Nightmare. Wasn't good. We were he started told me we were genuinely gonna just take his powers away.
And he did all of this because his parents died. Killed by Orleans, I take it.
Yeah, before the war, there were a couple raids on the northern coast of Bristol. A couple of independence terrorists, I'd call them, just tried to wreak havoc in Bristol, and it took his entire family, parents, siblings.
And in the grief of that, he found Durgan and the rest of you.
Yeah, well, after the circus, I, I, I brought him to Argon.
I hope we won't see you again. I'm gonna start pushing out my stool. Take care of yourself. In case he ever comes around.
Argon?
Sab. Timothy.
That man deserves what he wants.
If he comes around, he's gonna need a safe place to land. You and Sherry, primarily.
Wait, I'm missing your meaning. I thought you were saying prepare for him to kill me.
No. I'm saying if he decides to leave all that behind, he's gonna need you.
Well, he looks towards the door again.
I know. I know. Just trust me. And don't get yourself killed before then.
Well, we'll just have to see about that, I guess.
Just don't go out of your way.
Is he beyond saving?
I'm still trying to make up my mind on that. This wasn't a step in the right direction, certainly. Don't want to say no.
He said you all saw Sherry.
Yeah,
Where is she?
she's in Sunline right now. Runs a clinic there.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should get her.
Yeah. Maybe not to confront Sab right now, but even if it's just so the two of you get to meet up again, it'd be worth it.
Yeah. He, Timothy used to be a fun kid to be around. Lot of potential. Should have stayed with the circus. I wasn't a fan of clowns. Me neither. As far as I'm concerned, I'm responsible for where he is now.
The way you described it, Argon is.
I took him there. He and I both wanted a better job, a purpose. Well, no, I wanted money.
Blame never makes lives better, Flintlock.
Just don't call me that. That was his idea.
Well, is there a better name than Flynn then?
Yeah, Emmett Nobleton.
Did I hear that? I'm still in the room.
Yeah, he's not trying to keep that quiet.
Emmett what?
Nobleton. Like
Oh.
noble, but with a P and a T-O-N.
Just think about it, all right? If you stay alive long enough for Sap to come
Listen,
back, you might be able to do some good for him. I'm not telling you have to forgive yourself. I'm just telling you stay alive for that.
No, I don't have it in me to do that. You need to tell Sherry this. She's
Why
the
don't
one.
you tell Sherry that?
All right. I'll try and get a message to her.
Go see her if you can.
I'm stuck here, unfortunately. I always need to watch over the town.
I'm gonna push the stool back out. Sorry, Meaton might like this. We'll see what we can do for him.
I'm really divided over whether you should strive your best to bring him back or if you should.
I don't
Keep
think
him.
you want to finish that sentence. Just think about what I said. And I'm gonna leave.
All right. He just stands by as. Are all of you leaving?
He's going to like be the last one out the door. And
Okay.
he's going to turn to him, tip his hat. You're a fast draw. And he's going to leave.
Thanks. Anton is drunk.
Yeah.
So are you trying to leave?
Yeah, I'm leaving.
All right. Make a move check. Difficulty of 1, but minus. Can't use your free running and minus 2 to whatever you roll, or plus 2. Sorry.
Okay. That's not good. What would it be? A move what?
Carefully.
2 failures.
You absolutely stumble onto the floor.
Well,
He's going to turn around and pick him up.
thank you so much. I just the floor.
Don't mention it. Don't mention
You
it. I've
know-
been on the floor many times.
Sometimes the floors and bars move a little bit when you're walking on them.
I know.
It doesn't seem to happen. Well, sometimes near bars. Sometimes at parties with open bars. It happens a lot.
I know. It happens often. He's just going to walk him. I guess we're going. Where are we going?
That's a good question. Where are you going?
Where did Sap go?
Sav went down alley and he left.
Where did LG say we were gonna meet him?
It's a small town, so actually walking outside, you can see him hanging out near the stables on the other side of the road.
Then, if we can't find Sab, Hazel's gonna look over her shoulder at Lee and say,
Wait, would I have seen which way Sap went? I was-
You were
I was-
watching by the door.
Yeah.
Make a quick study, basically any style you want that you can argue. Perception,
All right, I was
difficulty of
studying
1,
carefully.
unless you were sneaking.
2 successes.
Okay, yeah, you find him.
Oh, you see.
Well, I saw which way he went.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay.
No one went
So
for that.
actually, who all's with Heisel? Is it just Anton?
wanna go?
You- You take Anton. Be careful. You have. He's
To the
gonna
passage.
pull out his pistol. Put that in your pocket.
Sure.
And he's going to run after Sab.
I don't suppose it's. Well, I didn't mean to be reminded of this because of. It's sad killing Morleans, and there's something about my body being some dead guy from Morley. I was just wondering if you've ever heard of some underground city in Morley that people occasionally come up from?
I'm gonna roll an insight check about whether he's drunk.
Yeah, sure. Do hidden. I'll give you a Morley focus of 2 on this one.
I've got an intuition focus of 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, intuition. Yep.
4 successes.
The man is drunk.
Would you get an idea as to the truthfulness through the drunkenness?
Yes. Yeah, I'd say so with a 4. Yeah.
So at first she like goes to blow it off, and then she thinks
This
about it a
man
little
seriously believes that there was an underground city in Morley.
more, which there's not, nor ever has been. To my
Not that
knowledge.
you've heard of, no.
And then people in Marley aren't much for the underground. I don't think anyone's
No.
ever gone about and shoot out a big city under it.
See, well, the thing is, it's not like part of Morley, at least. It's like an entire different kind of city away from everything. It's hard to get out. People don't know where the exit is. So you have to, like, as you're wandering, there's service tunnels, and it's
Where
somewhere in
did you
there,
come
and
out?
you gotta walk. I'm not sure that part was real, actually.
So you think you're still in the city?
No,
So how'd you get out?
I took the exit in the service tunnels.
So that was real?
I don't know. I remember it.
But where did you come out of the service tunnels?
Somewhere in Morley.
Where in Marley?
Couldn't find it. I don't know.
Oh no.
I don't know where it was.
Where did you walk to after that?
In Morley.
Yeah, but where in Marley? What city did you come across? I don't know.
I don't know.
Um,
I forget Morley.
roll a quick study carefully. Morley focus up to.
One success.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know where I came out. Made my way into the cities. You know,
The cities.
the cities in Morley.
Like Alba, Windown.
Well, I went through different ones.
But which one first?
I don't remember. I mean, I remember a lot. It's kind of hard to keep track of
No,
where
sure.
exactly, especially when you're not sure where the underground city was. I might have been sick at that point because I was poisoned by the mercury
What mercury?
that I was carrying through the service tunnels.
Why were you carrying mercury through the service
It
tunnels?
powered the city.
I was a little flabbergasted for a second.
The laughter is
Real quick, Levi, can you run engines on Mercury?
no. The point was that it was basically like a water wheel sort of situation where the gravity
Oh, yeah,
was doing. the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
That's what he was remembering.
Yeah. Obviously.
Of course.
There's an underground city buried under Marley that nobody knows about because it's hard to get out, but you did anyway, and
Well,
don't know where it is, and it was
seems
powered
like
by
I
mercury.
probably actually died right after I got out of it. Maybe I died in it.
So Atlee happened to find your body in the middle of Marley.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Sounds pretty made up.
Well, that's the thing. I thought that might have been fake. But then he seems to think that there's some kind of truthfulness to him.
I mean, I guess we could ask him.
I mean,
Or you could draw it, right?
I can't exactly draw places.
Do you remember anyone from the place?
What?
Wow.
Do you
Did
remember
Nikolai
anyone from the
Graves
place?
teach you nothing? Until let's pay attention to the
Well-
principles of landscapes. I don't want to. Let's go back to portraits. Anton, no.
What do you got there, Anton? A portrait? No!
I had drawn it at some point, but that whole thing burned up.
Could you try it again?
I could draw it again. Just give me a second. I'm gonna draw this very quickly because Anton's gonna be drunk and drawing quickly, so we'll see how good it is. Probably not good.
15, 14,
Oh gosh.
13, 12, 11, 10,
For those of you in the audience,
9,
Levi is currently drawing
8,
very rapidly.
7, 6, 5,
Five,
4,
3,
2, 1. Take
Okay.
a void point, Anton.
Oh gosh.
Did you hear me?
Get a void point?
Yeah.
Yes.
The service tunnel.
Mm-hmm. I painted that before. I think you might have seen that one. It's in color.
The single-sided flat painting.
Well, well, well. What do we have here?
This is
It's
reference to
algae.
that.
Don't worry about it.
What
That's-
is that?
That's where I exited through the underground,
Abstract art.
the underground city in Morley.
Art is weird.
I don't know where. Why would I remember it?
Wayne would come up to you all as well.
Can we table this?
Well, I was
We're
just
planning on
asking if
going
you ever
back
heard
up.
anything like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
how'd the conversation with the marshal go?
Not well. Seb's kind of murdered.
Remarkably badly.
Sab murdered him?
No, he murdered
just
other people
in the
a
past.
while ago.
Sab.
It
The
was
marshal?
the marshal was someone Sab used to know.
Oh, okay, like an old friend.
Probably
Yeah,
should have led with, well, sorta.
old friend who betrayed him.
Wow, I had no idea that was here. Sorry about
That through
that.
multiple bar stools.
Multiple. Wow, that's one more than I would if I was angry.
Well, you don't have
Nice,
the depth perception to throw in here.
Hey, I can throw things in a general direction.
Nice to know you got some restraint.
Yeah.
Which side is the eye missing?
Um. Shoot, it's his left eye.
There? Oh,
Yeah.
Well, you can throw with any accuracy to the left side. You can see over there.
He's gonna step back a little bit and then turn to face away from you, so that you are on his left side. And he's gonna try and throw a grenade. No.
John's like, I got a little drunk, started battling. Guy threw a grenade at me and I died.
Atlee can fix that.
The body's like,
Take
help.
what's in pieces.
Oh gosh.
Turns into like the Frankenstein monster.
No, he's just gonna
He's
take all
already
the iPads and
Frankenstein
throw it
monster.
at you.
Oh,
What?
I paid for that thing.
What is it?
It's his iPad.
Oh.
It misses and lands on the ground.
Sorry, that's what I was saying.
And he puts it. He wipes the dust off of it and puts it back on his eye.
You probably would have hit it your face the other way.
Listen, I missed that just because I'm bad at throwing things, not because of.
On your left side.
Listen, what? He goes to face his left and he throws an ammo pouch at you. Dunk! It hits you immediately. No,
That's
I
what
was
I'm
supposed
saying.
to miss that.
Is that it's only because you're missing.
Listen,
All
are
right.
you all ready to go?
It's cool. It's a
Blow
this
distinction. Like
stupid
when you're drawing
tough
someone and
town.
they have something that.
I'm gonna look
distinct, it's a
for
very
Lee and
big
Sab.
feature.
Don't worry, friend. I think that your particular disability is gonna. You'll get used to it eventually. Says Wayne to
Just
LG.
make you look very dramatic.
Did Wayne say where he was from?
What's that?
Did Wayne ever say where he was from?
Did you ask him?
I don't know.
No.
Okay. I was just wondering.
I think we should have some time to cool off.
Oh,
But Lee went
Fair
after
enough.
him. So I'm not really sure what to do about that.
all right. Well,
You could always join us later. How far are we going?
it's about 2 hours drive. It's a bit of a hike.
Out of game. I do not want to leave you guys behind for our
Let's
talk
just
again,
go ahead
sorry.
and do their
Yeah,
role play.
can
Maybe
we
we'll
like
get done
take a
immediately.
second? Yeah.
But maybe not.
So
Yeah,
Lee
it
runs after Sab.
Again, it's a small town. It's not hard to find somebody in it.
yeah. So basically, Sab left the place, and he just walked down the alley and just kept walking down the alley, and then started running, and just started running as fast as he could after he put his mask on, just started running straight out of town, basically.
Mhm.
What is around the town?
Hills, pretty much.
It's enough hills, I guess.
Yeah,
There's one
it's.
road.
I mean, there. If you want to stay in the town, then you can do that. But there's, a couple roads out. It's a crossroads town, so there's.
Nah, he's just heading whatever direction he started going, and if he hits the end of town, he just keeps going.
Okay. Yeah, it's very quickly. You can see. Think of this kind of like
You better start chasing.
nice area of West Virginia. So a little wooded on the hills, but pretty green. Lush.
I'm chasing him.
Okay.
All right, 1 success.
3 successes.
3.
Just like
Yeah.
chance.
And
He's
he's
just
had a little while.
he's just running straight. And are we gonna get to a point where I can
So-
see him as Frenchie?
So
Make a
actually,
perception
one
check.
thing is that as you are running, you're kind of running. I'm guessing you're just running straight after him, like or like where you're like, I think he's running this way.
Yeah.
One thing you see is there's a book on the ground as you're running like in that direction.
I'm gonna grab the book really quick and keep running.
Make a perception check. There are times where you're going up and down hills, so eventually you get to the top and have a chance to survey the field. You're not hiding right now, so I will just say that
Yeah,
this is.
he's going to goes for like where there's some trees.
Or
Specifically,
are you trying to sneak?
Kind of. He's more like he's going to a place, and when he reaches a place that has trees, he's gonna go around behind one, and that's where he's gonna stop. And then go.
Well, either way, it looks like he didn't get anything good.
I got one success.
Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. You're
He's
losing.
at the top of the hill. He's gonna yell.
Sab! You can hear it. You're not that far.
I'm gonna take out the cotton balls and put them in my ears. Just hunch down and grab the whiskey ball and drink it all.
I know
With
you're
the
out here
mask on?
somewhere.
Oh, I guess he pushes up the mask and drinks
Yeah,
it,
okay.
and then he's gonna push it
I'm gonna
through
keep heading straight in the direction we were going,
All right.
and I'm guessing like there's hills, so I'm gonna go to the next hill and look from that hill.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I need to
another
roll
perception
something
check.
for the fact that I just drank? I'm basically just gonna drink.
Yeah. Survive check.
I got a critical success.
Forcefully. Critical success.
Yeah.
2 successes.
All right. You are not drunk.
Dang it.
That's the rules. Make a quick stealth. Move quietly. Check. Yes, you. Yep.
1 success.
Okay. Yeah, you see him.
Where is he?
He also this probably didn't help, but when he finished it and wasn't drunk, he just threw the bottle at the other
Yeah,
tree.
you-
And so it's probably the mage. Just
You can hear a little chatter. Yep.
he's just you see him and he's behind a tree, so like opposite of where you were coming. He's just sitting on the ground.
Fetal position.
Fetal position with the mask on, and he's just not doing anything.
He's going to walk down, but he's gonna walk like in front of Sab so he doesn't scare him coming up from behind him. And he's gonna go sit. He's gonna go sit down on the ground, facing Sab.
Just gonna shuffle a little bit and he's not looking directly at you. Away.
It's a crazy day.
It's actually a well.
It's like
Let
9
me
a.m.
let me roll for it. What the heck is my weather dice? I know you're around here, my friend. Wow, I just literally can't find it. That's sad. It's a pretty nice day out, and actually getting away from civilization. In other circumstances, this might be very nice.
And he's gonna stand up really quick and walk over to Sab. Pat him on the shoulder. Can you hear me?
He's just lifts his hand and puts it down.
Look, we're out here. Heisel's not here to hear us. You want to talk? It's just
He
me.
just takes off his hat and just like he's gonna give it to you.
He's going to.
He drops it.
What hat do you have?
It was his hat.
I got a new hat. You can keep this one. You put it back on.
Just slaps it off. Cross arms.
Look, Sab, there's no one here. That I'm not going to judge you at all. Only if I have to. Look, and I'm not even an enforcer anymore, so no matter what you did, I can't lock you up now.
Technically, you've been deputized by Rick Handler. No,
But you rejected
you
it.
rejected it.
But you did reject it.
I heard him mention. Well, I heard mention that the Morleans killed someone. Was that your family?
So it just picks up the stick and starts breaking into tiny pieces.
I remember when terrorists killed my family. Not my blood family, but I was angry for a long time. When I became an enforcer, I did take a bit of my anger out on the people that I had to arrest or kill on occasion.
Except you with that. Pushes up the mask, so it's kind of top of his head. You just see like he's red eyes, has been crying, probably was on the way here. Just looks like he stopped crying. They weren't my real family either.
Do you want to talk about them?
Hold on a second. Important. Let me find the correct page that will be helpful for me in this conversation. You guys, be entertaining.
Levi, say something weird.
It's all coming to salami. Sorry, I just had salami in my mouth, so it was on my mind.
No, it was in your mouth.
My mouth and my mind are the same thing.
Whoa.
So you think with your mouth.
Yes, that's why I
You
don't
eat
think
with
about
your
what I
mouth.
say before I say it. The saying is the thinking.
It makes so
The
much
thinking
more
is the
sense
saying.
now.
Okay.
That's
That-
why when you have a really nice thought that you're thinking of, you chew on it a little bit.
That's so
Yeah. Or the word ruminate, which can mean graze or think.
Anyway,
Which is funny because
I'm
the
ready.
rumen is the
It's
second. The rumen is
Anyway.
the second stomach in a cow.
Sab says,
Oh, darn, you're right. I hate that.
One
That is
English point.
Sounds.
What do you think it meant?
Well, I know the other.
It comes from cows.
what was your question again?
Yes, no. Who were they? Like,
Or it was like, who I talk. They were the Goldwins. Nathaniel Goldwyn was my dad. I don't really know where I'm really from. My parents, I'm not really sure what happened. It was just this big beginning of my life. Earliest memories are just like a really dark place where a lot of bad stuff happened. And I couldn't leave. I wasn't quite. I don't really remember what happened or what was going on, but I remember that game and took me out of there and brought me back to well, I called her mommy, but but I was too old for that. But my mom and we left Morley, I think. Is that yeah? And we moved to Bristol, northern Bristol, in the country. Henrik was my brother, and I was able, well, I was gonna do it eventually, but I introduced him to a girl named Clarity. They got married and had uh, April. Uh, my dad, really, really smart. Tried to teach me things. Knew a lot about natural science. Knew a whole lot about the void, which is technically illegal at the time. They were taking care of the farm was kind of their main thing, but he kept studying. He knew about my mark, obviously. And he told me that I was gonna do great things. Need to be ready for that. We would, Henrik and I would go down by the shore a lot, play there. We would play hide and seek. For the longest time, I would always hide in this one oak tree. Just have this split ant, and you can hide inside it. We'd wait a really long time before finding me. I always make a big deal about how I always worry that he would have to tell mom and dad that I was lost.
What happened to him?
Um, it was late at night. We were all getting ready for bed. Clarity was feeding April in the other room. And Rick and Clarity had a house near the farm. They were gonna go back. So she had a lantern. She was going to do that. We heard glass shattering, and Clarity fell to the ground, and we had heard a gunshot. My dad and mom and Greg all grabbed something to fight with, and they just broke down the door and charged us. It forced us into kind of back room of the kitchen. I was behind them.
How old were you?
Was I was 15. The fire from the lamp spread around the house pretty fast. And so we think the plan was that we would just kind of fight them off and let kind of the fire kind of maybe save us time or something. But that um, they just hacked them and they just fell in a pile in front of me. And I was just facing them alone. The house started to break up at that point, and so they got scared and ran. A beam fell from the ceiling and it hit my back and it pinned me on top of them. I could just smell blood still. They were still warm. They were still alive. And I tried to pull myself out, but I couldn't, because Beam was there and they were just holding me there. And so I tried to push the beam off. Couldn't push it off. So I just kind of just let go at that point. I just let it crush me. And I waited to die. Didn't really want to live at that point. Then I hear April crying in the other room. So I try and push again, but it doesn't work. And one of them had been holding a knife that was in range. So I took it and I couldn't cut the beam, but I could cut other stuff. So I did that and I pulled myself out. And I ran to the other room. I scooped up April and ran out as the house just fell apart. And I just ran. And I ran into the woods. I hid in that old oak tree. And I just heard them running around, screaming and yelling, and they were just burning everything. And I just tried to keep April quiet. And then they were gone. And we came out the next morning, and the farm wasn't there. So I went to town because I needed to keep us surviving. So I started working odd jobs and anything. People didn't super know who we were. So no one really knew me, but I tried to do odd jobs and stuff. I tried to hide April in places she wouldn't be seen, and just check on her as much as I could. Sleep out in alleyways. I had to kind of ration food because I needed food to eat. She needed food to eat. I needed to be able to work, get food. So I had to kind of balance that. And I thought it was working out. It was kind of just stabilizing. So just one night I woke up and she was cold. And she wouldn't wake up. Couldn't wake up. I promised everything to anything just she would wake up. And she just couldn't. So I yelled, screamed until vocal cord snapped. Couldn't make a sound anymore. So just crumpled with her. Yes, screamed. And I was there for a long time.
He's going to put his hand on Sam's shoulder.
That's with no promise. It's just a thought. They would pay.
Sam. I can't pretend to know exactly what you're feeling, but I understand a little bit. I know you don't really think that people in Heisel are the same.
I don't want to.
When I met you guys, I was angry because your group, even though he's dead too, took away the chance I had to get the revenge I wanted on Valentine. I wanted to be the one to pull that trigger. I felt you guys had taken that from me. But the older you get, the more people you meet. The more you realize once you get to know people, everyone's a person behind that mask you see that put up for you in public.
They just didn't care about. So morally, I could finally fight. I could finally stop what happened. Just keep it from happening. We would fight soldiers. Instead, it was children who threw stones, and it was women who threw boiling water out of windows. Everyone wanted the revolt. No one cared. Just things, just
The revolt took place everywhere, including in Crystal and Dunwall.
but started in Morley. It was because of them. The world's burning because Morley decided they needed to be special. They knew better. They were somehow a cut above. And what are they doing? They're prospering while everywhere else is dying. Crystallands are trying to kill each other. Everywhere's burning. We're in Pandacia. Where the rat plague came from. Because it's better. They're here too. I just think nothing else for them to take. Heisel shows up and I don't. It's just like what? Take away an actual, become an actual good person so that you can take that away again. Because it's fine till Soul Springs, and then just something was said, and I just
What was that?
Lysander said that like one thing she said was true, that she was a wild card or something.
How do you feel about Heisel?
I don't want to feel anything. I just want to be fine. Just nothing. Be neutral. That's what I want.
Do you trust Heisel?
Sometimes.
Do you trust Anton?
Or at least I don't know what's going on with him. Doesn't seem affected. It's just the mind that's there, but then there's memories of the other life. And maybe something just different. Holy, it's not either. It's just new.
Remember that day you attacked Heisel and Anton, and I shot you in the leg?
Yep.
I thought about killing you, but Heisel, Anton, and I, we all care about you. I'm sorry, the last group of friends betrayed you. There's nothing that I can do to change that. And I'm sorry about what happened to your family. There's nothing that we can do for them either. But there are other people out there in other families that are going through the same thing. And I know it's not easy to do the right thing. Life is going to be so much harder in many ways doing the right thing, but in the end, it's worth it. There's nothing really I can say that would fix any of this, and I know you still feel so much hate for moments. But at the very least, try to turn your attention. Maybe instead of hating Mormons, try caring about the people that you're with right now, that are your friends. And I won't tell Heisel anything you told me here.
Promise.
It's okay.
I promise. For the future, though, next time I run into someone like there, look, I'm not gonna criticize you for that. I think he would have told you more information if you had been a little more subtle. Just a tip for next time. But I understand it's
I wanted to kill him,
And you didn't.
but I should have. It keeps happening.
What keeps happening?
Never actually strong enough to do what should be done. I shouldn't care. I shouldn't have nightmares about what happened to Morley, what I did to Morley. But I do. And I shouldn't care about him or about any of them. I just want to just snap, just be done. Just can't do that.
What do you think?
I don't even get a life anymore. I'm dying because of what they did, because of what they got convinced of. And I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go to the void and I'm gonna burn. I'm gonna have a nice little just send off. I'm gonna burn. It's gonna be everything I had in those 10 years, but I can't stop it. I can't end it. And I wish I had just died so that then I wouldn't have to dread the fact that that's going to happen.
Why do you need to kill them?
They killed them. Just I get a little light, and it's just cut away. I just don't have anything. It's just broken blackness. It still hurts.
And it'll never stop hurting. I know that. It never stopped hurting for me, but they hurt just a little bit less when I met all of you.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have nothing. You have Heisel, Anton, and you have a chance to start over. At least to some degree. It's to be a different person. We don't deserve that chance, but we have it. I think we have a responsibility to make the best of it. Do what we can with it.
How can I just let it go? Just let go. Everything that happened. Everything happened to me. Everything happened to them.
Don't mention it. I know I'm not as good with words as Heisel, but if you ever need to talk about it, that's let's go back. Make sure Heisel didn't get herself killed or kidnapped again on the way back.
Mhm.
All right.
So
You
can I put his mask back down. He's gonna come back.
hike back through the woods, and eventually make your way back to the rest of the group. Is there something you all would like to do while they are talking? There is not much in this town. There's the governmental building. There are the stables, which appears to be pretty big here. This town is specializes in building carriages, and there looks to be a outdoors store, basically for pretty much anything you need. The Varling sisters hunting and survival goods. Oh, why did I add this? There's also a fairly small building that is absurdly colorful, that has a giant sign about doubly tall as the building itself that just says Philip Shellingham's Theatrical Devices and Costume Store.
Drunken Anton wants to go in now.
Oh, don't. That's just gonna be a big. Oh. And he's, I'm assuming, already
Yeah.
going.
Stumbling over. It's like half oops, he fell over and caught himself towards the building, and half intentionally meant to go there.
ALG, help me with him.
Please tell me we're not going in there.
He's trying.
Listen, we need to go. We've got important business. And he's going to try to restrain you.
I'm drunkenly resisting.
Okay. Restrain your drunken friend.
Got a success.
You got two.
Oh.
Alas, my friend, you are drunk.
Unless it was a move swiftly check.
Actually, it might have been.
Was it a move swiftly check?
Are you running to the door?
Maybe.
That'd be extra
Sure.
difficult because he's totally drunk.
You can do it.
What if I'm not doing it carefully?
Make
Anyway, what
a.
if I'm accepting the consequences?
All right. Well, yeah. You start for a mad dash and you escape LG's grasp, but make a move carefully check, please. No free running focus.
Uh-oh.
One success.
Was gonna take two. So you get free of him, and then 3 steps later, you trip and fall in the grass.
Oh, I'm down.
Did you just try running away from me?
I did run away from you.
Very well, and he just very lightly kicks your leg.
I'm gonna like.
Anton?
I just
You are
want to.
steadily getting closer to the shop.
What if we
Yeah.
just check it?
We could wait until afterwards.
Well, no, but then they might have. Someone might have bought the cool stuff.
Anton, how many people live in this town?
I don't know. I feel
Not
like there
enough
must
to
have
go to
been
the costume
thousands in
store
that
regular.
underground city, and they never bought costumes. But maybe different towns are different.
This town isn't big enough to have a lot of people coming in here every day.
Maybe they have an underground city too.
I promise you they do not.
You don't know about the one in Morley.
He keeps crawling, and LG just says,
Should we at least go watch him?
yeah, sure. Okay, so eventually you crawl your way up to the door of this. Pretty much all the buildings here are wood. That's pretty normal for country town in Pandacia. No brick. But yeah, the paint is chipping off the sign and it looks a little old, but you open the door slightly and hear a little jingle of a bell.
See, they have a bell. They must get a lot of customers.
How about
Is that a visitor I see?
Mm-hmm.
I hear. Oh, my good friend, you are on the floor.
Yeah, I'm a little. The floor keeps moving.
Sorry about him. He's drunk.
Would not be the first time. Been to the bucket brigade, I see.
It's not good, but it's alcohol.
Indeed. This short little man with lots of makeup on would crouch next to you and just reach out his hand. Philip Shellingham's.
It's still on the ground. You know the Dazzler?
The who?
I just figured you'd be a friend of his. You
Why?
don't know him?
He's drunk.
It's just because
The Dazzler's drunk.
Old Anton.
he wears glittery dresses.
Yeah, sounds precarious.
You sell any of those?
Glittery dresses. Yes, I believe so.
You suppose you got it from here?
Maybe. What was his real name?
We're not really
Wait.
on first
Describe the
name.
dress to me.
I'll describe the dress.
It's not a dress. Did you say?
Describe the dress as a shirt and pants then.
Well, my friend, that's.
I never saw it, by the way. This is a secondhand description.
That is. Well, that doesn't quite sound like a dress there.
Well, he was dressed.
Well, that's true, but I believe the name of that actual outfit, it's maybe something more like a leotard.
What's that?
It's atrocious, is what it is, my friend.
Well,
So do you have any?
that sounds right.
Oh, well, yes, a couple,
In
probably
my
built
size.
more for a feminine form.
Well, Dazzler probably has a very feminine form.
Well,
I'm like coughing. I'm like glancing over at Elchie. Her eyes are a little glassy.
I'll just like, when did it make him?
My friend thought he was a woman.
What? Oh. Well, I did actually have a piece like what you're describing several years ago.
Someone bought it.
Yes.
What were they like?
Kind of like what you describe.
I knew it.
I think I do keep very good records about what people buy here. I might even have his name.
Could you look for it?
Actually, I'd be very interested.
And he goes behind his counter and
Anton's the worst to be reckoned. He's gonna figure out the Dazzler's real name. Why?
my God.
Because he decided. He woke up today and chose drunkenness.
this guy puts on some reading glasses and pulls up this giant crate just filled with tons of loose leaf paper. Okay, let's see here. Where is the pages from several years ago? I have sold quite a bit, believe it or not. People come from all over the world to this place.
The void, apparently.
The void.
Mm-hmm.
Anton, why don't you go look over at those dresses over there?
I don't suppose this town has an underground city. She says Morley doesn't have one, but I think it does.
Oh no, every town has an underground.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not literal underground.
Oh,
He means it metaphorically.
And even then, ours is pretty dismal.
Does seem like a pretty small place for it.
where is it?
Sometimes there's some shady individuals that arrive in town hoping to sell, no doubt, purloined goods. That's the underground I take it that you're looking for.
He's not looking for it, he's just curious.
Even then, most of the time the marshal chases them out.
We just met him.
Oh, you met the marshal.
He's scared of our friend.
The marshal's scared? That you
He's
must have
still
met someone
drunk.
different.
He's very drunk.
I can tell.
Yeah.
So was the marshal.
He's just gonna be talking
Yes,
about
and you do have that distinctive what's the word? Aroma to you as well.
Spilled some.
Well, I would unfortunately like to say that no solicitors are allowed in this store, so unless you intend to buy something,
I'm looking.
okay,
He's crawling.
very well.
Can I help you? Actually, no, that's a bad idea.
Most of the costumes that you see, make a study carefully or cleverly or heck, a lot quickly here.
Ooh.
Hidden focus of 5.
Okay. Right. Hidden focus of 5.
Yeah.
Three successes.
3 successes. Pretty good. Pretty good. Is there anything you have in mind that you might be looking for? Or do you just want... I've got surprises.
I think I'm just looking.
Just for anything random. Most of what you see is actually kind of circus outfits. So a lot of clown wear.
Here's Sam.
Is he really scared of clowns? To this day, dresses like a clown. It sounds like.
We'll have to see.
You find one piece that is
One Piece.
the one piece.
That
We
one
found it.
was long.
The
Finally.
one piece does exist.
It's just a long, like pajamas. Just
No, no, no.
long
Hibian silk.
hoodies. All right.
You're kind of sifting through it, and it's just like garbage, garbage. There's a lot of stuff like what the Dazzler was wearing, minstrel outfits, that kind of thing. You see a couple of suits in absolutely gaudy colors. Some older wear from probably the time of the Rat Plague and that kind of thing, if you wanted to set a period play. And eventually you find what looks to be, I think it's just a shirt and pants, but it's a very dark gray and dark black. Well, just black. There's no such thing as dark black. Interesting. Make a Void Lord check, Heisel.
Oh. I didn't mean it
It's
like
a
that.
very, very poised color on it. It's I'm having a hard time deciding if it's whether a shirt or if it's like a jacket. But I guess it would be kind of worn over.
3 successes.
Yeah, I'd say it's a jacket actually. The pants are kind of grayish, and it has very distinct buckles on the collar and the shirt itself. 3 successes. This is either a very good costume or this is actually the clothes that the outsider wore.
So incredibly awkward. She's just gonna mutter to herself.
What's
Oh
awkward?
yes, that's from a very strange play. Not a fan of it.
What's play?
Oh, let me rack my brain a little bit. I don't remember the name, unfortunately. I don't remember the
What
name.
a
But
flex
there is
that
a
would be
name,
to
and
buy
I'd have to
the
research
outsider's
it.
clothes and wear them to the meeting with the outsider. Don't do it.
No, I'm about to make a Void Lore check to see if I know.
Yeah, make a Void Lore check.
I'm wearing your clothes. Okay, I don't think so. As I'm just like passing through, can I argue quickly for this one too?
Quickly?
Yeah. I don't know if it'll
Fine,
help.
I'll allow it.
1 success then.
1. Looks voidy.
That's nice. How much is this one?
Oh, I'd sell that for 50 notes. I apologize, I missed the price tag. 75.
You just jacked up the price because you thought I was gonna buy it. Sounds wrong.
No,
Yes, you did.
no, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You just did. I saw you do it.
Look at the tag, my friend.
It doesn't have a tag.
The tag that he's gesturing to is at the top of the collar. You would have to stand up to check it.
I'm not looking.
Then you're gonna have to take my word then.
Well, no, I'm gonna have to take it for 50 notes.
Make a negotiate check. After rechecking the focuses, persuade will not work on haggling. Negotiate's what you gotta do.
Darn.
Sorry.
Wish you hadn't rechecked the focuses.
Yep.
Now this is interesting. I've rolled 2 16s,
Oh.
so I don't think that's anything.
That is nothing. That's correct. You can use a void point to re-roll. My friend, you have entered my shop drunk and in
And
the
looking
prone
to
position.
buy.
What's that?
And looking to buy. For the original
Yes.
price.
For the original price, 75 notes. I was mistaken the first time.
Show it to me then.
He tries taking the collar or the note from the collar and twisting it over, but the cord that it's attached to is just too short. So he's like, just stand up and I'll show you.
I'm gonna try to stand up. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it to
Make a move check. Difficulty of 1. Move carefully. Oh, also, real quick, this isn't that big of a deal, but would you mind taking your phones off of the table? When they buzz, they pick up in the microphone. It's a little annoying, apparently, according to the people that listen to the stream.
Whoa. Hey, people who listen to the stream.
No.
No,
one of
actually, I
us.
just listened to it.
So
And I was like, oh no, someone keeps going boom, boom, in the middle of the big life-changing conversations.
Yeah, that's it. What'd you get?
a complication.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
You get up and you're so ecstatic to see whether this guy is lying or telling the truth. You reach out kind of instinctively towards the outfit itself and the hanger that it's on. And you tumble a little bit and knock it. Wait, it's not on a mannequin. You just knock it off of the rack that it's on, so it falls to the ground. And the owner just tries to catch it, but not before it hits the ground. You moron! Get out of my store!
Hold on, just let me check the
He
tag.
picks it up.
Can I check the tag?
Do a move or study quickly. No free running though.
Anton.
Oh my gosh.
Get better dice.
Well, this one's a nat 1.
Okay, well.
2 successes.
Okay. 75 notes. He puts it back in the rack. Get out of my store right away or I'll call the marshal.
I don't have. He's drunk too.
He controls his drunkenness. He smells like it, but he doesn't act like it.
Anton.
I act
now
like this
might
normally.
be the time to leave. Yeah.
No, I
I saw
want the
the
jacket. Can I have the pants too?
It's included in the $75 note price.
I've known that. I'm gonna pull out a gold bar and hand it to him.
Sold! Have a good day.
Wait. He wants change for that.
Done deal.
He wants change.
Take
for
my
that.
hat.
Change.
He
She's
wants-
right.
I want change.
I want change.
Oh, no, done deal. Get out of my store.
No, he wants change for that. Or
No,
we'll
he
take
was
other
paying-
things to get up to the amount of that gold bar.
You know what? Fine. I have some lovely clown and minstrel outfits that would suit you very well.
I'll take all of them.
No,
Deal.
no. And no.
Last
don't.
time I shook someone's hand, the hand withered out.
Oh,
You're gonna give my friend his money back.
You're not making the deal.
She's better
Miss-
at making deals than I am. She should probably do it for me.
I'm his manager.
I'd call her a
Manager.
broker, but
What? Is he an
that's a
actor?
bad thing too.
Is this man an actor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually.
Deception check.
I said, so I can.
Anton aided by Heisen.
Oh no! Wait, can we stop that?
Nope. He said,
I was gonna keep talking.
No.
Oh, you just talk slower.
I'm sorry. I'm a fast character. Oh my gosh. The
Probably.
page moved it.
Use a void point. This isn't important.
This one is important.
What's it, a
And I can
deception?
re-roll it too. It still works. I'm helping you for one.
Well, I got one.
You know what? Wait, I'm gonna make this a critical success because I have void points left over. Gosh darn it. So 3.
3. Well,
It's the difference. I love drunk Anton. He's Anton.
You really wouldn't want to say the one and the only Anton Blackburn.
Anton Blackburn.
You heard the name, right?
I haven't. No.
I'll go by Josh
What has he
Blackburn
been in?
sometimes.
You were at a costume store and you haven't heard of Anton Blackburn?
Well, excuse. I have been
He's
a little
all
out
the
of-
rage and sunlight.
What performances has he been in?
Okay, I'm gonna.
What's he saying?
All of them.
He's really done the rounds recently.
Wow, this is
We went from
Dishonored,
death.
dark and gritty. Chaos is ever on the horizon.
I'm gonna murder this man. Can I have your best minstrel outfit? I'll pay in solid gold.
And I'm an actor.
Act and everything.
You know, Mr. Blackburn's decently known on the scene, but he's acquired quite a bit of influence with the rest of the actors in Sunline. I think if he was to say a bad word about the way you treated him here, it might
Well, listen, what do you
I have
want?
a talent for saying that.
Don't worry, I don't gossip about.
He wants change for the money he
know, I'm
made.
not
I have
gossip
change
about
for
me.
this. I don't. What do I look like? A banker?
What's
Then
your
just
best piece?
give it to me, and I'll give him 75 notes. Are you going to
This would
cheat
really
my
help my
client?
store.
Are you going to cheat my client?
Uh,
You know what would give you
I-
good
I-
business is having
I
other
can
actors come
pay in
here.
additional costumes. What does your client want?
What you got?
At least
Like, no,
nine
I will give you
additional.
every client in this store. What else? Is there anything that might strike your fancy?
You have any like artifacts?
If you waste all your money, it's on you.
Have any what?
Artifacts.
Art? Well, this is not quite an antique store.
Well, I mean, you can wear bone charms, right?
Yes.
Aren't there bone charms that like help how you talk to people? and
Well,
all
I
that?
have some fake bone charms from the same production that I don't have real bone charms here now. Speaking of which, random bone charm intercession.
Dun, 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 dun,
So,
dun,
last
dun.
session you all picked up some 3 bone charms from Tazalini, or several sessions back, and you wanted to identify them. Sab had all 3 of those. This is weird
right?
saying. Okay, so this is going to be a void lore check. Heisel was assisting. It's not. Here's the thing. I want it to be a void lore check, but I don't want it to be the Alcadeva.
Okay.
So it's just this weird way that you can identify bone charms that isn't discussed in Dishonored lore.
I help. For one. I help for one.
Steady.
One success to identify a bone charm. So you got 3.
Okay. So
Roll it
steady,
with one
satellite,
success.
void lord. What do we need? Okay, I'm gonna use void point. And we got 1 success and a complication.
Okay, no complications for
But
identification.
2 successes.
All right, so the 2 that you would identify, one is a black bone charm, which you'll need to save for later.
Okay.
The other 2 are regular. The first one is blast resistant, which is decrease any damage you receive by an explosion by 1 anytime you receive it. And the other is unobscured high, which gives you no negation to stats while taking void feed.
Mm.
You remember what I said?
Stab looks at it.
This is private, so you are not here for this, Anton. This was
No,
way,
you're buying
way,
a clown
way.
outfit in an entire store.
Stab is looking at Heisel. So
Sav is
we've
current.
determined. This is like back on the ship when
Oh,
they
sure.
figured this out. So we've determined this one's blast resistant. Pretty helpful.
Sure.
Could be used by anyone.
Probably somebody's gonna be up front on a YouTube.
This is a drug excuse. And he's most likely to die from it. Because he has a problem.
Let's not tell him what it does.
Should we just give it to him and just say we didn't identify it?
Let me come up with something.
You want to take this one? In case, like, I'll see if you do.
I'll take it for now.
Are you keeping the black one that you haven't
Um,
identified?
Yeah, I'm keeping the black one.
Okay. I'll note that if it ever. Well,
If this is something
it's not a passive bonus, unfortunately. So it's not anything that you'll gain from it.
Okay.
But it was sport.
The last one is just blast protection. Which,
You can take a look at the other one later if you want.
yeah,
I'm gonna
we
go
could
get
do
more
that.
Italian.
Yeah, we can do that. It's not like they'll have an awkward situation that'll happen. They'll be able to talk later.
Where it's
about
revealed
this.
that he has been slaughtering her countrymen and being very racist.
Anyway,
And back to a costume store.
And 2 people have Morley bodies. I get to choose 2 nationalities.
Anyway.
because it's special.
I feel like there's a post-colonial critique on this.
Anyways, what else would you be interested in? I don't have bone charms here. Sorry.
What do you have that's good?
It's just a costume store. I have great costumes. Would you like to look like an emperor or like
Bill's an empress.
Emperor of the theater scene.
Yeah, I was wondering if you've
Just
been in
marketing.
any. Yeah. Have you played Emperor Cogwin in any? Yuhorn, of course.
I don't like him.
Yes, his soliloquy in the third act is definitely
Rather
something to be decided.
uninspired
Yes.
heart.
Yeah.
Yes. Hmm. Well, is there any role that you have on the horizon that you would love a premier tier costume for?
The diplomat.
Diplomat. Explain this role to me.
It's like an up and coming play about all of the new outsiders and all that
The
craze.
new outsider.
One of them's the diplomat.
Hmm. And what does he wear?
He's gonna describe what Leo wears. Oh no!
I was looking back at Algie giving me the help eyes.
It seems a little drab for a theatrical production. I have a blue overcoat that's a bit brighter than this, which is perfect for the
You
theater.
think the diplomat would wear that?
No,
I think you
I
think
don't
he
think-
would.
No, this
No,
is
I
perfect
didn't.
for the stage. You don't want all colors on stage. You want very bright ones.
Isn't
for
that
the eye.
right?
no.
Isn't
Well,
that the sort of
maybe
thing?
generally, but not. Just
What
what
did he
else
wear for
what
that
else do
one
you
that one
keep him just
event?
keep the gold.
You know that last event? The grand finale? Or the beginning of the play, depending on which play you're talking about.
Good deal.
What just happened?
He starts putting the gold in the safe.
What did you do? I'm still gonna take that blue thing.
Oh, the coat?
Yeah.
Of course, take it.
Well, the coat and pants and then the blue,
Please do.
so that I can play the diplomat.
Yes, I would love to see this. When does this premiere?
I'm not sure. It's still in production. I haven't even auditioned yet or anything, but I just know I'll get the role because I'd be perfect for it.
We've got insider information from the people doing the casting.
Hmm
They're gonna love him.
Fair enough.
I know a lot about, the inspiration for his character. Not as much as some people.
Is that a character?
She's ready to like whack him on the floor with a cane. Hard.
I think I'm giving too much away about the play.
Oh, of course, of course. Have to keep that very secret until the very end.
It's only in Sunline though for now. If it
Ah.
does well, maybe it'll go to the rest of
Well,
Pace.
I,
You know
I
how it
love to
is.
travel for shows, so I would love to pay a visit. And
Think
if they're
about maybe
looking
in
for a
6 to
costume
8
manager,
months. I'll give him more gold. Your name. I'm out of gold actually.
oh,
Wonder why that is, Mr. Blackburn.
well, they still need to.
Well, I never liked brokers anyway.
Well then, thank you for coming. Could I like to have
What's the
famous
name of that
customers.
guy?
What's that?
The name of the dazzler.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I got a little distracted, as you may see.
Right. I'm a little
Let me
distracted.
take a
It's
look
the
through
stage
my
presence.
papers.
It's just an charisma.
He starts sifting through, and his countertop turns into much more of a chaotic mess.
Mhm.
Let's see, carry the 2 and
Well, I'm just for a second here. While they were having their whole discussion about the price of the coat, I would like to make it clear for the record that if this was a TV show, what was happening in the background that never got any screen time, but was just happening in the background, is that Heisel took this like salmon pink suit jacket off of one of the racks and started like you would see her in the background trying to like chalk it up to LG. And I would assume you would see this like very heated debate going on in the background, for which I would like to
Yeah.
roll.
A debate
No, a persuasion check.
for him?
Yeah.
Roll.
Okay.
Persuade.
Out of game.
I would also like to make it clear I'm appealing to his vanity in this persuasion check.
Is the blue actually something the diplomat would have worn out of game?
No. He probably wore something a bit more navy than blue.
Maybe.
When I say blue, I mean like RGB. Look at a flipping color wheel and pick blue.
Right. But
Whatever
if
that
you were to
takes.
make a stage production
Yeah.
and you were to actually brighten up all the colors, would it be something that he would have worn?
Yeah. You could say so.
2.
2? No. I'm not gonna be wearing that.
Just wait, just wait. And then, I'm sorry, flashback to the present here. I didn't want to interrupt what was going on here. But she would slip it back off the rack and say, oh, we're taking this too.
What?
The salmon pink jacket.
That's one of the things I was asking for.
A very, very good taste. Of course, you may take it. And this too. And the LG found a cloak. And you're just like, what? It's soft. Like feel the inside. It's good.
Oh, there's eyes, you're right.
Of course. That will be all.
Sure.
And the name of
Oh yes. You know what? You have been an excellent customer. This is going to take some work. Could I have a radio frequency or something to call later?
We
and inform
can
you
come
of that?
back later in the day.
Okay, very well. That works with me. I will be right on working of trying to track down this person's name.
Mr. Blackburn appreciates your help. No,
Oh,
come on.
would
I'm
you-
trying to help
wait,
him off the
wait.
floor.
Could you possibly sign? And I like to get the autograph of any famous actors and actresses that visit my shop.
which one you want?
What's that?
Which one you want?
Yours.
I have two.
Your stage name,
Oh
Mr.
yes. The theater.
Well, I'm
Wait,
just
French
saying,
doesn't exist.
Your
Your
there-
your
you
stage
can have,
name.
You can have Josh Blackburn or Anton.
Which one do you go by on stage?
I've gone by both. It depends on the production.
Well,
We
your
American
favorite
is,
production. What
Well-
what was your favorite production, and what name did you go by?
Probably one about that court case. Anton. There's some other
Legal
interesting
place.
characters. I was more of an extra in that
I
one.
thought those were kind of out of
The ceiling fell.
I have never heard of this, but you'll have to tell me. I was
Well-
just going to say that legal plays are normally incredibly boring, but this sounds
They made it
incredibly
in-
interesting.
Someone slit a guy's throat and this whole ceiling fell.
Wow!
Based on a real story.
Oh, imagine the special effects would be. Oh, just crew.
There's
Oh,
so
my
much
word.
plaster everywhere. The death.
What was the name of it? I need to see this play, or read the script at least.
Ramson Burns.
I've never heard of this production. Well,
It's
you may
a-
not be as famous as.
Sort of a cult classic.
Yes. Well, I will have to look for Bryant and Burns.
It's very technically well done.
Yes, indeed. But yes, would you mind signing Anton Blackwell? It's all right. If you all would stop later in the day, I might have some information for you. Good day.
Appreciate it. No, Mr. Blackburn. And she's got my
And remember, my name is Philip Shillingham. It's on the sign.
I don't think I heard that before, but I'll remember that.
Yes, Philip with 2 P's Shillingham. 3, actually. First one.
She's gonna be carrying Anton out.
Oh.
3
Spell the name. Philip?
And how many L's?
Oh gosh.
Full of Philip.
Full of Philip Shallington.
Shillingham. Shillingham.
There's enough leather to make another
Full of Shallington.
Dishonored. What a pretty dark franchise.
Philly, well.
Anton's literally like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna make everyone mad in the process. And if I die, and I will, I'll go out with a bang.
Yeah, Heisel's carrying you out of the store at this point.
So you all walk out of the store, and LG
Stuff in my
eyes
arms.
you, singular eyes you. If you wear that, I'm going to kill you.
Which thing?
He points to the outsider outfit. Don't.
It's like
Giving
nice
very
and
bad
voidy
taste.
vibes, you know. It's just good
He doesn't
vibes.
know.
What's
You
the
can
problem?
wear it any time. Just not today, please.
Is today special?
Yes.
So shouldn't I dress up for it?
No.
Are we
Why
meeting
don't you
someone
wear the
that has to do
clown
with the
costume?
void? Well, aren't we meeting someone who has to do with the void, and so I should wear something that like
Yes.
looks
No,
like it has to
not
do
that.
with the void?
No, please.
Why not?
If you do it, we'll drop you in the middle of the road and we won't bring you with us.
What about
Yep.
wore a different coat that looked like it had to do with a boy?
Why don't you wear the diplomat's outfit? That one's good.
No,
What's the difference?
that's not. It's.
Why can't I wear this one?
Compromise, Heisel.
Why can't I wear this one? I just bought it.
It doesn't fit the style.
I did notice that I had
Oh.
to buy you multiple pieces, so
What's that?
if you know, tell me
Uh,
why I shouldn't wear this. I really.
he
I
looks
didn't know-
around to see if anyone
I
else
wasn't
is
gonna
around.
wear it, and then you said I shouldn't, and now
It's the outsider's outfit, the old one, the one we're about to see in a couple hours.
and you're sure I shouldn't wear it?
I will shoot you if you do.
And I won't
With
stop
what?
him.
Outgun.
Which gun?
This one. And she's gonna hand him Barrett's. That one.
I have 3 now.
Oh, give me that one back then.
Oh, okay.
Give me that one back.
In the foot. You won't be able to run again.
I'll wear the diplomats then.
It's not the diplomat.
What's wrong with your clothes? Why don't you wear your party outfit? That one was cool.
It's got bad memories.
That's fair.
Actually, the
Really
coat
good.
from that one, it got stolen.
Oh, it did.
I stole Lysander's.
Oh, it's like a vengeance thing.
Oh, this is Lysander. It's
She has this
very stained.
Brief moment of like her eyes glazed over. She's like,
Wait, you're wearing Lysander's what?
Coat. I got it from his chalet.
Oh, he did get a
It's
coat.
that-
Yeah.
With the big pockets, we could fit the pajamas in it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
It's literally that coat. I've been wearing and staining it the whole
You
time.
stole. Okay, this is LG actually saying you stole Lysander's coat.
I stole his PJs too. Hazel has them now.
Oh my word! Oh,
Well, next
boy,
time I
wow.
see him, I'm gonna show up in his
Oh,
clothes.
please do.
actually, it'd be pretty great.
Oh
Well,
man.
then why is it different for the
Wow.
outsider?
Do you think Sab and
Because
Bear
we're
will be
trying to
showing up
take him
about
off.
now?
Yes, you show up to see
If you are,
LG,
we'll leave you behind.
Maybe he'd appreciate it.
Heisel
If it's
and
his style,
Anton.
maybe it's good style.
laughing and with a variety of costumes.
I take it you didn't get kidnapped this time.
Here in the flesh.
We're gonna
Thank
find
you.
out the name
Can I
of
have
the
my
Dazzler.
revolver back, please?
Did you want to know the name of the Dazzler?
Who?
Later. He's still drunk. Are you,
What's that? He's gonna
About
point to the
clothes.
clown.
Wait,
gonna
did you
call
guys
one?
actually
No.
pick up?
No.
Okay, no, never mind. Sorry, my bad. I thought you did too.
No, unfortunately.
So there is the cloak that
LG picked up,
there's the atrocious salmon suit
which is also LG's.
and outsider's outfit and diplomat's outfit.
It is not the diplomat's outfit.
It is now.
It is a blue, a somewhat brighter blue
Great coat.
overcoat. Yeah, great coat. Yeah.
What are those?
Sab is like
It's
looking
clothes.
at, and you notice like he's just kind of awkwardly standing there for a while, and then he's looking, and then he lifts up. He's like wearing the mask still, and he lifts it up. He's like, "Did you guys visit the outsider?"
No.
Apparently, we have his clothes, and
Oh
I'm
my
not supposed to
goodness.
wear them.
What?
Yeah, that's what I saw. I was really confused.
Do you think I should wear them when we meet him?
No.
No.
But if he likes the style, maybe
Well,
he'd appreciate it.
My
He'll
point is
shoot
like,
you. He doesn't like the style.
What do you mean?
Nobody's shooting anybody, Anton. Don't.
Void's
where-
kind of
I'll hold you too bad.
All right. Nobody's shooting anybody in this
I'm
group.
not totally sure if he was
You're added
allowed to
stuff.
change
What if he
clothes,
wore
so
this?
maybe don't show him.
What's she showing?
The salmon pink blazer.
I'll wear that.
It's
Put it on over top of
I'm-
everything else.
More
It's
confused by
on top
this.
of an overcoat.
How are we safe?
Mm-hmm.
LG leans over. Can we just leave?
Why?
Because I don't know if the outsider knows anything
I listen.
happened to them.
I'm listening.
Sab just like walks over so
Yeah, I got 2 successes.
You all just like walk up right
They're all huddling without Anton, and Anton's like, in a pink jacket. It's too tight.
Yeah, LG actually sees you guys coming. He's just, all right, come on. All right, guys. Everybody, circle up. Circle up.
Exactly.
Huddle up. He actually does this. Okay, you're not taking Anton with us. It's not a good idea.
Can we have him talk to?
Really? I think all
Is
we
that a great
need to
idea?
do-
Leave him alone with Atlee?
That's
Take somebody
yeah.
with.
I have an
somebody
idea.
with.
Why don't we we just go to where the place is, and then if there's some neighbor around, we just get them to antagonize.
There's
no
the
neighbor
other.
around.
We will leave him in the carriage.
Wait.
Maybe you could antagonize them. with
Is there an
something,
actor
and
in
there
town
could
who
just
could
be
hire
your-
pretend to be the outsider?
There's a pretty good one named up on Blackbird.
LG,
We hire
That
someone.
was pretty good though, right?
that was good.
We hire someone to pretend to be the outsider. And we have him talk to Anton alone. Have Anton think he found the outsider that we didn't.
Listen, it's not that bad to bring him with us. It's just the clothes. It's just
Let's just leave him in the carriage.
all right.
He's not gonna take that well.
I know, but we could leave someone with him because he's not about to be able to curl up and messed up.
Outside of the group, you just see Wayne. He's not been wearing his mask lately. Do you guys mind if we just go ahead and head out? I'm kind of anxious to get there.
Yeah, totally.
We could give him more alcohol until he passes out.
Oh,
Sab just quickly sketches what Wayne looks like because it's been so long.
Right now, as soon as he shows up,
Wait, Sab actually can't.
because you don't
He
have your
doesn't
book.
seem to have his book for some reason.
That is true.
It doesn't make it. He doesn't do anything. It's never been just.
Also, I just like the idea of like mask character takes off mask and just two of you. Oh,
And he's gonna go up to Anton and whisper, "Don't wear the blue one. Looks a lot more professional."
Yeah, but this one's more stylish. You could be right. He's gonna take it off. He's gonna take off the overcoat this time. He's gonna put on the blue one normally. Then put on.
Sav actually looks at Atri. He I'm not sure what the elf is, but basically he tries to make it so that he's wearing the overcoat without if there was another coat they put on, but there's maybe a blue undershirt on. And so he makes it so that he's wearing the thing. Because Sab saw it, would Sab know what the diplomat looks like?
no.
Okay, then Sab doesn't do anything because he doesn't know that this is a problem or would make anyone feel odd.
Lee goes and helps him fix his jacket, button it up nice, and look very dapper.
Sab is oh yeah, and then the hair go back, and it's shows the ears that are cut off. Nope. Just brings them back.
Wayne
There you
walking
go.
away.
I'm gonna
Show your
leave
ears.
with him.
Let's cover those.
LG goes as well.
That's a little
Sab
horrifying to
goes
look
with
at.
them, I guess.
Sure.
Okay.
Pushes down.
So,
the desk. Yeah.
You go with are you all heading with the group? Okay. So you all head towards the carriage, which has 6 seats on it. So 4 inside, 2 on the outside.
Like to be outside.
Wayne's gonna take a seat up top as well. And then LG says, I'm not the best at riding these things, but I think I might need shotgun, since none of you know what the way is. So do you mind if I take that, Heisel?
Sure.
Sorry about that. I mean, I'm sure going on a random rambling carriage ride with you at the wheel would be fun, but might just not get us where we want to go.
I'll take the way back.
Sab just goes over to where Wayne is. Hey Wayne, could I switch with you?
Do you want to drive?
No. LG can
Lee
drive.
shakes his head
No, LG
vehemently.
can drive. I just want to do, or do you? Dang it.
What do you
Sure, I can drive.
Inside check on
Lee's
that.
standing- Lee's standing
Deception if you are
beside him.
lying.
Lee's standing behind him.
Oh. 2 successes.
2 successes.
What numbers?
9 and a 6.
Okay. All right.
Wait, are you rolling?
Yeah, he already rolled.
Can I assist with that?
Yes.
Because I'm just shaking my head. No,
Yeah.
this is not a good idea. What would this be?
This is talk.
Well, it's a success either way.
Cleverly. Yeah. Okay. I
I'm a little bit at home with this. Is there a reason why you want it up top?
It's gonna be really awkward inside the cabin.
Why do you think I took the top? Have fun.
That was why I wanted to be on top too.
So I'm just like, oh look, we might be followed. He grabs like the back of the
Sab.
the carriage and just gets on like
Sam, that's not
things
safe.
on.
It's not safe.
I don't care.
LJ turns back to you. Listen, we're driving for 2 hours. You're gonna need a seat. Sam, confront your fears. Be the man. I know you are.
He goes in. He just enters, sits down, looks
Right.
out the window,
Lee
and
is gonna sit next
tries
to
to
him.
find something to do, and he has no book anymore.
All four of you get crammed into this. Well, not crammed. Like back seat of a 2003 Honda Odyssey. That's pretty spacious. Have you been in one of those before?
No.
Great aisle space. Great car.
I just hate the idea of Wayne and Algie being our parents who crammed us all in the bag.
Considering only one of them. Do any of you have a carrot score?
No.
Yep. Considering only one knows the way and only one knows how to drive,
Has to be.
it has to be them. There's no other way.
So we're stuck in a carriage together for 2 hours.
Yes. This is a drawn carriage, so there are 2 horses out front. But very soon, Wayne hits the reins and speeds you all off.
Suppose it was like a non-literal set of memories, and there was like some kind of underground nonsense going on in Morley, and I was a part of a bad part of town that got sick from various sort of toxic waste.
I will say, if you want, the carriage windows can be opened.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So LG is gonna. Wow. Anton, it might be best if you maybe take this time to sleep some. Might help with the, the.
Being drunk
Yeah, that.
Like 10
Makes you
a.m.
more confident.
makes you more stupid.
Trust
I'm
me,
always
this is
that.
not something you need to be confident for. This is something you need to be sensible for.
Well, I'll sober up in 2 hours anyway.
Okay. You do you. Gonna meet a literal ex-god.
Think he's never gotten drunk?
What's that?
You think he's never gotten drunk?
Oh, I don't know. Never met him. Let's
You've
see.
never met him before?
No.
We should ask him when we get there.
I will.
We shouldn't.
With Isel on this one. We need to keep this to important things and important things only. Please.
All I was asking is because I don't know where any of my family would have been in the Morley part. I know basically where I'd look in Tibia, but I don't know anything
Well-
about the Morleyan part of it.
We're planning on going back to Barley eventually, right? So maybe you can
Well, I can't just
over
look
there.
because it would be looking over the entire country.
Well, then we can ask around.
Ask
in the
around for
30s.
a dead person or a person who's involved in another set of memories and might not be a part of that one in reality.
What part of Morley are you from? I don't think I've heard
know.
this.
Underground city.
An underground city?
Hazel says it doesn't exist.
Lee's gonna
Not
look at him
likely
with
to exist.
wide eyes.
Not the craziest thing I've
What
ever heard.
I remember. You can forgive me for thinking that everything I remembered was probably fake. Now Atlee says it's some kind of real, but I don't know what he means by that because it doesn't make any sense.
You should take a nap, bounce on. He pushes in the back of his
Napping
seat.
is not going to fix all of the memories I have from an entire lifetime.
Trust me, it helps me with my memories.
I think this is different.
I'm gonna be like, I have the Hastings device in my lap, and I'm like tuning it to intensely not focus on what's going on
Yeah,
here.
obviously no void artifacts or anything,
No.
but lots of
Music.
music and stuff. Yep. You would eventually
Takes
hear a
out
broadcast.
his old book on how to. He finally finds his old book on music boxes and just. Yes. There's just
Tazzolini's book?
Huh?
Tazzolini's book?
Yes.
Did you have that? Did someone have?
The one about how music boxes are made.
Right, yeah.
He did have it. I'm guessing he brought it with him. For this joke, I think he will. You just look at it like, ah, yes, I understand all of this. And then after a little while, he just like slowly rotates the book around that it's the other way,
Hmm.
and then just continues.
It is. This is a book where it would be easy to make this mistake because it's just a bunch of loose formulas and that kind of thing.
Smirks a little bit, expecting another Hastings device.
You would hear on the Hastings device. All right, and this is Broadwave here. Broadwave in that frequency 70. I have some very important news for you all. Apparently, the war is over in Bristol. The Regenters have taken power. Let's see, organizer forces in Dunwall have surrendered after a 2-month-long siege. So, wow, I can't believe it's finally done. More of that in an hour, probably. Just a little lore dump.
Does that remember who which side is?
Yeah, make a study cleverly, carefully, Gristolian focus of 4.
Yeah, my
Partial
hometown.
successes.
I would remember which side's which, right?
Yeah, you know. Yep.
What side was he on?
Neither.
Oh.
So, just one? Yeah, this is very basic info. So you fought for the Empire back when the Empire was around. After the Empire capitulated, the Civil War kind of abated for a bit, but then returned as there was conflict between the Regenters, which were a faction mostly composed of the remnants of the Imperial Navy. That was the absolute biggest military branch in Bristol. And the Organizers, which is much more of a people's movement, social revolution kind of stuff. And so apparently the Regenters just won. And they take their name because they are kind of like a lot of their supporters are the supporters of Hiram Burroughs back from way back when he tried to take power from the Empress. The head of the Regenters is a kind of Napoleonic figure called Irving Halloran. That's the guy that there was the automaton of him that was this just
Yeah.
giant guy. Yep, that guy.
Almost killed me.
Yeah, almost killed you. That's right. Yep.
I remember earlier we talked about there were cigarettes on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lee probably took some with him. He's gonna hold them out. He's gonna light one up for himself. And he's gonna offer one to Heisel and Sab.
Take one.
Takes one and starts burning it out the window. Maybe just
Ellie
throws it
starts
away.
coughing.
Like, it's always
What's
Hey, he's up front.
Yeah, he turns back to talk, and he's like billows of smoke.
Wind, Spencer.
You're
Yeah,
not
the
going
window's
that fast.
The window's open.
The window's open.
I know, but
Wind going by the
you can
window.
still smell it. Definitely. The cough is not because there's smoke in his face. It's just he's exaggerating that because of the smell. There's a cigar lounge in there or something. Listen, we signed it in the lease contract. We can't smoke in the carriage. I'm sorry.
A joke.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That was more of a GM joke than an
Oh, okay.
Because that's you can't
Oh,
rent,
sure.
rent a car and smoke it.
Lee's just who doesn't smoke in a carriage?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
Other vices
Got any
that
extras?
Yeah, at least not once. to
Wayne
smell
very
it.
carefully leans back and tries to grasp
Smells
it, and
strongly of
eventually
alcohol.
he grabs it.
It says
And he's gonna, after he gives Heisel and Sab a light, he's gonna toss it up front. The
Alright.
Hopefully not really
Yep.
tossed, right?
not really toss. He's just gonna hand it.
Yep. He grabs it and then hands it back. Are there any conversations you'd like to have on this trip, or is it literally just awkward the entire time?
well, every so often Anton would go back to the topic, slowly becoming more coherent over the 2 hours as he sobers up. Eventually asking just I don't suppose you know of Sarah or Josiah Blackburn or any. He's just gonna ask about various people that he knew.
And she's gonna, I mean, she'll write down names as he says them, but I'm assuming it's gonna be no on all of those, right?
It would be no.
I'll ask about it when we're back there, but no, sorry.
Lee's going to try to break the tension, I guess, somehow. He's going to start telling stories about his days in the army before the war.
All right.
And then he starts, before I joined the army, I used to be a poacher.
You. Immovable, steadfast, lawful Mr. Barrett.
It's not like that. It's grew up on a family farm and then had a younger sister and a brother. And my father had an accident and I had to take care of the family. A couple of seasons the crops didn't do very well and I had to make do with getting whatever game I could. Eventually, it was getting too hard to poach without getting caught, so I decided to join the army because the pay was good at the time. I was able to become a marksman. All that poaching paid off, but then what I thought was an easy paycheck turned into a bloody civil war. But anyways, back when I was poaching, he's going to tell a story about killing a blood ox in someone else's farm.
Fair enough.
One
of
it was
these
wild,
days,
I swear.
I really
That
need to
does
come
sound
up with
very
more animals
interesting.
that are in the Dishonored universe, but
Yeah.
that's definitely one of them.
Yeah. So he's going to be telling stories like that for the duration of the 2 hours to try to make it less awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Sab eventually kind of asks, "Why did you?" And like he goes to like that, And then I go into the army, and then like when he goes to like that, says, "So why did you leave the army?"
Well, the empire fell and I was out of a job.
We surrender. Does that mean you guys aren't paying me anymore? Yeah, we lost.
Cut and dry reason.
Hmm.
Don't think I have many good grown-up stories, but when Leo came and moved in, first week he was there, knew everybody in the entire street block, and introduced me to all of them. Hated it so much the first time, but he met this one fiddler on the end of the road. He'd been a classically trained violinist himself, grew up rich, and second he heard, just enamored. I don't think I've ever seen someone pick up a skill as fast as he learned to play alongside that man. It was kind of weird too. People started gathering around, and before we knew it, I mean, the head up and half of Elba was dancing there in the square. Not really poaching blood oxes, but certainly one of the most remarkable things I've ever seen.
How did they dance in Alba?
I'm sure I would know this, so I would just kind of describe some of the styles.
Something like an amalgamation between an Irish jig and square dancing.
Does Sab know any of these dances?
Probably not. They're pretty local. Morley's very proud of their traditions.
It's not much like dancing with the upper classes. All very stiff. The Elba streets, it's a lot more organic, fluid. It's fast paced. You feel like you're gonna tumble over every second of it. It's like flying a little bit.
I really need to be there for one of those festivals. I've heard those are a big deal.
You
Except
should
the
come
eels.
sometime.
Eels.
Yeah, I know it is.
You guys know the elixir that you guys drink when you're wounded and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So the guy that invented that, I set him on fire.
You what?
I set him on fire.
Yep. Commonly known who invented that.
Yeah, it's in the name. Well, at least Joplin. Piero Joplin, Professor J. Yeah, you didn't catch me, but I was in his chemistry class at the Academy of Natural Philosophy and mixed some things a bit poorly on purpose.
You
and
really weren't much of a student, were you?
Well, I made what I was trying to make, a kind of flash powder.
But you set the professor on fire.
Yeah, and he was blinded for a week. Mission accomplished. He was fine. Because he was blinded, he didn't catch me.
And this
Well,
is
then
LG,
it's sort
right?
of
This is
fair.
LG.
Yeah.
I was not a chemist. That's no.
And Thomas, the
Found
weirdest thing you remember from your underground city?
Mercury poisoning.
Well, not all of it was very nice. I don't know.
Oh, no
From-
worries.
From this understanding of the rest of the world, it seems like pretty much everything down there was a little odd. I mean, there was that time that there was a big blackout for a long time. Apparently, the generators or something had run out of. There was nothing more to power anyway. The only way to fix it was to start trucking mercury up, start refilling stuff. But in the meantime, everyone was just completely in the dark, no light from much of anything. People would still use like fire for light, I guess, but that was an interesting time.
Must be weirder to have a blackout on there.
How long you been taking Void Feed, Anton?
I don't know. Apparently, I died from it, so
Fair enough. I've read some studies that it might affect the mind. Well, we know it affects the mind, but might leave more lasting impacts on the mind.
I bet the Void Fiend is the thing that left impacts on the mind that was in my body that carried the memories over from my dead body that was dead and shipped over to Pandacia for Morley. That's probably what messed up my memory.
That'll do it. I'll do it.
Maybe if I'd just never taken Void Fiend. Right?
Maybe. Okay. Let's
Actually, don't think I ever did. Not sure if I did to take Void Fiend in that particular set of memories, so maybe the Moreland guy never did.
Have I ever told any of you about the time I drove the entire ladies' Nancy group in Dunwall?
Sorry,
The,
what was
the
it?
lady.
You drug the
Just
ladies?
play cards?
I was invited as a guest.
And you
Oh.
drugged it.
They asked for a session.
Oh. So they asked for that. While
Did it-
playing Nancy.
Overdosed it a little bit.
Was that intentional?
No.
Jackpot.
Inside check.
Oh,
Oh,
we're gonna do one too.
2 successes. I roll good for this.
Well, she looks straight out the window and says, incidentally, I would have lot of money that day.
Whoa!
Smart.
Wasn't intentional.
Never played cards high, I don't think.
I guess that's how you get marked by the gambler.
No, that's not true.
How did you get marked by the gambler?
Been on the coattails of the Dazzler, or excuse me, the broker. Went into town after Pursuit Craft was shot down and partner killed, and broker marked me. Wiped my memory. So I made my way into town and tried to find anyone I could remember. Found no one. Didn't even know where I was, but remembered I could play Nancy though.
You'll have to remind me of the rules sometime.
Oh, it's
I
not
don't
that
suppose you have a
hard.
deck.
What's that?
I don't suppose you have a deck.
Don't.
Want some tea while we
I'll
play?
pull that out later. What's that?
Want some tea while we play?
I think I'm gonna say no to that.
I might play better.
You guys have a bad history of tea. I don't trust half you with
Oh.
making tea. Now,
I've never made tea like that before.
First teasing you
I
anyway.
probably won't again. that was a special occurrence.
Fair enough.
You can get away with a lot with tea, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of different flavors. Pass it off to the family recipe. People believe a lot.
All right. The road gets windier and more into kind of the lowlands of mountains to the north. It gets a bit bumpier in the carriage, but none of you are too shaken by it. The woods get denser and darker, and eventually, LG just tells Wayne, "All right, we're here. Stop." You all look out, and you don't see pretty much anything in the area. It just looks like he just pulled off in the middle of the road and stopped.
Hazel will get
Yes.
out. Hazel will get out.
All
Does the
right.
outsider live in the woods?
Yep. It's
He's
just footpaths
camping?
here. No, he's got a house. It's just footpaths there. That's it.
Oh, fearless leader.
All right. Disembark, everyone. And he's going to lead everyone through the footpath. I want everyone to make a quick perception check. Carefully, not quickly.
Pretty cleverly.
No. Carefully. Details. Details, people. Details.
Nothing.
1.
1-0-1. Okay. Walking along the trail, eventually you would see. Wait, who got 1? Okay. Both of you would see just the slightest shimmer of something metallic off in the distance. There's basically LG's leading you on the footpath. There's another footpath this way, and just a small glimmer of something metallic on this
LG.
next road. Yeah.
Got it. Oh, sorry.
Boyd bless you.
Good anybody watching us?
Here? No.
Good anybody watching the outsider's house?
No.
Because there's something over there near the path. Don't look at it. He's not
Is
dragged.
there like another building here?
Does Lee hear that?
Yeah. Yeah, you can hear it.
I'm going to very subtly be trying to look out of the corner of my eye to see if I can
Okay,
see
yeah, I'll allow you to make another study check.
1 success.
Yeah, you can definitely see a little bit there. It's covered with overgrowth, so you'd have to take a closer look if you wanted to see what it was. Listen, nobody knows about this place. We're good.
It's on the other path.
I don't know, I've never been here.
Lee's going to
Onwards.
kind of wait until we go kind of around a bend or a corner a little bit, and then he's going to stop and he's going to sneak up to the other path.
Okay, make a quick sneak check.
Sad knows this.
Depends on how well he sneaks. Study check. Sab.
Nope, complication.
1 success.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So, you sneak away from the rest of the group, evidently not noticed, and get yourself a little vantage point to take another look if you wanted to. You can look through your scope if you want.
Yeah. I have a particular target that I'm looking at.
That's
so-
right. Yep.
Okay. 2 successes.
Okay. You take a look through the scope and see an object that is not actually covered in overgrowth, but is covered in a camouflage tarp. There's a couple areas where it peeks out, and you would see definitely the silhouette of a motorized carriage.
I'm going to sneak up to it.
Okay. Make another sneak check, unless you want to keep your 1.
I'm going to make another one. I'm re-rolling this one. 2.
Okay.
All right. So I'm sneaking up to it to see what I can see. What can I see?
As you get closer,
Mhm.
your suspicions are confirmed. It's a motorized carriage. No one's in it.
What can I tell by looking at this carriage. Like,
Yeah, this will be another study check. Study carefully or cleverly. Let's go look at the focus list.
Which you still need to add intuition to.
Yes, I'm aware.
What is intuition?
It's the, like, reading people focus.
Rules. Uh, Carriage's focus would work. Is there even just a perception focus? Is there not? Ship's society, resolve, resilience. Man, there is not an actual perception focus. That's crazy.
there's no perception focus.
There's no perception focus.
So my perception focus doesn't exist.
We'll consider that one that I add on, I guess. Wow. That's so weird.
Reinventing the whole game.
Wow.
I don't like that. There's got to be a focus for perception. Yeah, so this would just be perception.
I'm just looking for clues to figure out a little bit who this could be.
Whoa.
That would be one success.
It looks like it's been here for a while.
Can I look in the carriage? Like, is the window open?
It's closed, and the door's locked. At about this time, the rest of you would notice. Barrett's not here with us.
Oh, we know what Barrett does.
Fair enough. I trust him here. We're good.
Does this other path run kind of parallel to the other path? Like,
Yeah, it does.
it's higher up, right?
Yes.
I'm going to. So I'm assuming it's like kind of a hill.
Mhm.
Here's the path. Here's the path partway up the hill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go above the other path
Mhm.
and follow the group from up there in kind of the wooded area where I have a little more
Alright.
cover, so I could see
Yeah, yeah.
both paths.
I
I'm
got
gonna
you.
sneak.
Yeah, make another sneak check.
I was probably keeping an eye out because he's a little on edge.
Okay.
Like,
Perception check.
3.
3. Okay. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You all keep going. Anton. Oh, they didn't leave you in the carriage. You're here.
You're probably not drunk now, though.
Yeah. I imagine 2 hours would have been enough.
Yeah, you're good. Bit of a hangover though. Well,
It depends. It depends.
So used to it.
you rolled pretty poor on the survive checks, so it might come on the earlier end. So, not nice. You all continue on your path until you. This path mostly goes through hills, woods, and eventually you enter into a clearing. Another hill just covered with low to medium grass and growth, but no trees in this area. And you would see a cabin on the hill with a chimney and smoke coming out of it. It's probably like 400 yards away. It's a bit far. But you all would see actually nothing right now. As you keep going towards it, LG leads the way. I will say at this clearing, you are going to need to either enter the clearing itself or just hang out along the edge of it.
I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna look to see. Could I see what an ideal position for a marksman or somebody else to position himself in the area would be?
Yeah, absolutely.
What focus would that be?
I will allow firearms here.
Okay. So I'm gonna study carefully. Okay, I got a complication
Not on perception check.
and a success.
Well, the cabin's at the top of a hill. It looks to be pretty defensible.
All right. Can I make a quick study of like the edge of the woods around the clearing, just to see if I can see anybody
Okay, yeah.
hiding in there watching the hill? 1 one success.
You dropped the dice.
I'm not rolling good tonight.
Don't tomorrow.
Just one success.
Just one. Does not look like anyone is there.
I'm gonna position myself and just let them go out into the clearing first
Okay.
with my rifle ready to shoot at anybody
Yeah,
that
yeah.
opens fire on them.
Gotcha.
And then after they get up the hill, then I'll move up
Okay.
after them.
Sounds good. As you all are getting closer and closer, you would hear something deep, and maybe even a bit threatening. Woof! You would hear a couple barks from dogs, plural, at the top of the hill. As you would see two wolfhounds, one completely black, one completely white, start running towards you all. Yeah, I know. Start running and barking towards you.
I assume it's
you would
going to
see
attack
this.
us?
Sab just goes down. Hey!
They're still like 200 yards away, but they're coming towards you basically.
I'm gonna get ready to fire, but I'm not gonna fire yet.
Okay.
Don't you just don't.
Sab would like to
I'm
ready
just
the action
preparing.
of barking at the dogs if they get too close and they're like, "Rah," then he's gonna bark at them.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's like, all right. And I'm gonna... What a quote.
Two wolfhounds came up to me and went, "Rah." See, I thought they were trying to bark and failing, but they were actually in the middle of saying something about Ayn Rand. I stopped them before they got to the D part of Ayn Rand. Shouldn't have.
As the
That's
wolfhounds
okay.
get closer, the door to the cabin itself opens up. A figure steps outside, and after standing there a second, watching the dogs, looking at you all, just says, "Starkey, Sylvan, heal!" And the two of them just sit down
Can I go pet them?
immediately. Sure, you can.
I'll let them sniff Bill on my hands.
Who is this person that said
Mhm.
this thing?
Um,
The outsider?
as he walks closer, you would be able to tell that this is the outsider. What can I help you all with?
We're here to talk to you, actually.
He's getting it's still a pretty wide distance as he's getting closer.
So like takes off his mask.
We're here to talk to you, actually, to ask you some questions.
Ah. Well, I'm sticking with the Dishonored 2 interpretation. What's the first one? Is kind of too. As it gets closer to you all, you see he's not wearing the outsider outfit of which he's famous for.
You pawned it off to a costume shop.
He did not. That is from a different production.
Oh,
Um,
I sort of thought he just sold it there and left.
I need to get rid of this. Okay. No.
Well, that'd be such a good costume for the production of.
Authentic.
Like,
Oh dear.
I'm actually gonna stay where I am
Okay.
and just watch everything.
All right. So you need to ask me questions, huh? Well,
Yeah.
he gets closer, and as he's walking towards you all, stops immediately and looks at Zab.
So you know that we met. This guy, like I didn't really want to bring it up, but you're kind of staring at me, and now I'm feeling really awkward.
Are you here to kill me?
No.
He's gonna insight check.
Okay.
Why would.
There's a bit of a history of marked individuals coming to kill him. That's 2 successes.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, okay, all right.
You just see, I picked up like, 'cause I was very nervous about all this, but it's not because of that.
Okay.
No. It was like a good experience. It was the whole childhood. It was weird. And anyway,
I am so sorry for what you had to go through. I don't
Sorry.
remember everything
wait, what?
that
What
he did.
specifically are you talking about? Like, because I got powers of the void. Which wasn't that bad. Don't feel bad about it. That was fine. That was fine.
Well, I know that you and I have a bit more in common than just what he did.
He.
That would be the
Oh.
outsider.
Yeah, actually, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not? Was it a different state of mind entirely?
Well,
Was it kind of a different person taking over?
it's a bit hard to characterize, except in that it was. Best way I figured I can talk about it is by saying that I was basically a puppet of the entire void. It definitely wasn't me who was speaking those things, was doing those things. But I stood observing it all, and I processed it all.
That must have been weird.
How did it feel? You don't mind me asking?
No, it's fine. Before I answer, are you all with the protectors? Yes, we are. It's good to finally meet you, sir. I am codename LG. I think I work with Ren. Yeah, how is Miss Carnot? Listen, we're not using the
Would I recognize that name, or would any of us?
How
How recognizable? is
study.
That feels familiar for some reason.
that?
Study
It's from
carefully.
The first game, I believe.
History. Also, he should have said Mrs. Carnot.
I rolled 219.
Difficulty of 5.
Oh no!
Look at
This
this.
is incredibly niche.
Look at 219s. My dice were like, no complication, but you sure as heck did not
Nope,
succeed.
none of you know who this is. This is super duper
Boost it to a
niche.
4, but I could not boost it to a 5.
Outside of game, I'm pretty
You
sure
know
that's
name,
the
and
like
that's
tutor
all we
of
care.
she's the tutor of Emily when she's like in hiding with those
Huh.
people, right?
Ooh,
That's the Kurnow that we know.
one of them.
Maybe not Ren, but
Well,
like
we
that's
gotta do
the
some,
that's
like,
the
looking
name
up
that we're
That is
like,
Callista
sensing.
Carnot.
Yeah,
But there are others as well.
right.
Well, we can look that up afterwards.
You could. They're an interesting family. And he would have said Mrs. Listen, sorry, we're trying to do the code names. Not everyone here is a protector. It's just me, and he's apprenticing right here. So yes, we're representing the protectors here. Good. Well, why don't you all come inside and maybe I can make some tea or coffee or something like that.
Is there a name it'd be better to call you?
Yes. I'm Idamar. It's good to meet you. I'll ask for introductions inside. Yes.
Can you spell that?
He'll just like pulls off one of his gloves as he's like walking in, like just to himself, and just looks at the mark. No, he doesn't know that that's its name. Would he know that?
Sab doesn't. Outsider does.
And Hazel already
Or
knew,
I-
but she wanted to ask anyway.
This is Alka
What's-
David.
What was this?
ID
I'm meaning the
E.
yeah.
MARR. Idamar.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. As you all are entering, and Barrett, because you announced your plans of once they get to the top of the hill, you would start heading towards
Well,
the clearing.
I amended it after, or like
What did you
after
say? What you amend it with?
I said I'm gonna stay out there and like I meant I'm gonna be staying out there and just
Okay, the
watching
entire time?
The entire time.
Okay, all right.
And just keeping an eye around me. I'm not moving at all because I feel like I've got a pretty good hiding
Yeah.
spot. So I'm just gonna be watching for any movement or anything going on around me.
Okay. This would be a little hard to pick up. I'll describe this for you in a second. But all of you would hear just the faintest flutter and see what looks to be ash just appearing in the middle of the space behind Sab. A figure who blinks directly behind them and is holding a sword directly to his throat. The first thing you would hear would be her saying, "Who are you? And what are you doing here?" As you all would turn and see a very famous face. You used to see it on money because it's Empress Emily Caldwell.
Does Sam see this?
Did we see the automaton of
Not
her?
quite now.
Okay.
Yeah, you did. You would see a figure. I'm assuming that you're trying to scan the entire area, and then when you see this happen, you scope in immediately. And you would see your old boss, I guess. If that's one way to put it.
We're just here to visit Aydemar. We're not trying to do anything
I'm gonna take aim.
vicious.
Sab like turns his like hand over.
She lowers it immediately.
Oh.
She's like,
Oh, okay, cool.
"Sorry about that. That's it's a force of habit."
Sab just like goes down on his knees and just like pull that sword.
Who are you marked by?
Empress.
She points to Idamar.
It still works.
"Please, just not anymore."
So just,
Samuel?
Yes.
Her face lights up. She looks at Wayne. And he's just kind of sitting there, and she runs straight towards him and gives him a huge hug. "What were you thinking? Why did you... There's nothing you could gain from running." Idamar goes up next to the two and just kind of stands there. But Wayne just says, I ran into some problems and my memory was wiped, and I'm still going back, and there's nothing you can say to change my plan. And I wanted to let you know that I'm alive. Emily just faces them and just says, "Well, we can talk about this later, but right now, let's just get inside. Let's just have a meal." And the former Empress leads you all into the cabin. Yeah.
How do you know Empress Emily Goldwyn?
She's my mom.
B. Sam is like. He does like the whole like ventilating thing out with his hand.
That makes sense why he
And she like looks between him and LG.
Yeah, okay, pieces come together.
Mm.
Tell us about that.
It is a matter of utmost secrecy. It's our protectors. It's our primary job. Find everything else.
Okay.
You can even void stuff. The rest of the group keeps walking out, or walking into the cabin, and Wayne, or Samuel, as you just heard, says to you before heading in, "Adamar's not my dad," and then heads in.
I was assuming. I wasn't assuming. Yeah, first.
Okay, good. Let's just go inside. Wow, you all really are awkward. Okay. And he heads in. You would see the entire group head into.
Do I know that the Empress got married?
That's a good question. Make a society check. Study.
Nice.
Cleverly.
Yeah, this is society or nobility focused.
All right. He's got 2 successes, oddly enough.
This actually wouldn't be that. I would grant it with a 2. The Empress never got married.
Okay.
Kind of like her
Yeah.
dad.
Okay.
Um,
Right.
but
So
she
Sab's
was
more like-
definitely known to.
So Sab's like, oh, okay. So that's what. Oh.
Not with Idamar. With
Not Idamar.
Wyman. Wyman. I think that's all we have of his name, actually. Just flippin' Wyman.
Oh, why
Wait, no, we have his full name. Wyman Dishonored. Wyman. Oh, nope, it's just flippin' Wyman.
So it's like,
Great.
oh, like in his mind, it's connect like, oh, it's like Corvo and the Emperor. Oh, that makes so much sense. He's not saying any of this. He's just, it's all. in his
Okay,
head.
all right.
He's just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So
Okay.
like looks at who's like the closest to Sab. Would you say?
As you head in, that would probably be Anton, actually.
Okay. We're gonna eat with the Empress and her son and the outside. Like it's normal family dinner.
Into a bunch of paintings.
I don't know what this means.
It's like they're not supposed to be real people or something.
I'm so glad they didn't see my
Oh,
like I get it was
As
inspiration.
you all head into the cabin, it is pretty cluttered, actually. With a lot. It looks like a knickknack store almost. There are just tons and tons of things from everywhere, it looks like. You'd see the head of a clockwork soldier, a bone sword.
how similar to my one. So
It looks exactly like
I
yours.
have that on my person.
That like goes straight.
So they
over
would
to where
probably be able
the
to see that.
Tauntaun's head is, and
Yeah,
just
the big
starts
thing.
looking at it and like, oh man. He has the big book and he's kind of like writing a little scribble
Mhm.
bit in the corner.
Adamar would just say, he would spot you out of the corner over the eye and just say, don't touch, please.
What's
Got
that?
it. I know. Yeah.
Where do the bone swords come from?
I
do visually have one on me, so.
Yeah, Emily would say those came from the witch Delilah's coven.
Do I know about that?
Void lore check and or history check.
I'd probably have 1 success. Definitely not 2.
Well, you know what a coven is. It's a bunch of witches. But that doesn't quite ring a bell. You didn't pay attention in Imperial history class.
I don't know about Delilah.
Because there was a whole overthrowing that was happening.
Well, she's in there. Emily points to
What?
a part of the painting that's on the wall.
Oh, that's what she looked like?
You could say that.
What do you mean?
So it just like goes over the thing. Very well made.
Well, she painted that.
Man,
She's
she's
a painter?
ugly.
Was.
Painter and a witch?
That's
Really
right.
ugly.
Believe it or not.
She was
Not the
a
short
slight
hair.
glance
It's like,
at Heisel.
is that like Fine's mom?
How long ago was what happened to her? She's still around?
Hmm. I don't really know where she went. She's not here anymore, and not a threat.
She was a threat?
Believe it or not, she's technically my aunt, but she tried to usurp the throne way back when.
How did I not know about that?
Dude, never
Did you live under a rock or something?
That just said.
Well, I've been told that there is no place in Morley that's like an underground city, so no.
Later come into terms with it.
Okay, very well. Other things you'd see, a couple bits of militaria, helmets from the Serkonan Grand Guard, Dunwall City Watch, overseer masks,
Good collection.
and a pretty big model ship collection as well.
They have the specific like outside mask that Sab has, right?
side.
Sorry.
Overseer mask. Yeah, it's the same. Well, yes, it is the same style and vintage.
Okay.
You would actually see they have a couple of overseer masks. They have one which
Actually-
basically negates the mouth section and has a kind of
yeah.
a forked bottom.
I've seen that.
They have one that actually has a respirator on the edge of it.
Ooh.
And they have one that looks really fancy.
Sab actually just starts drawing everything here because like he has that old collectors and like old timey, and this is all the stuff that he knew and like grew up with stories of, and so like he's just kind of very
I'm
respectfully looking at everything.
I'm drawing Idamar.
Pretty easy too. People have been trying to do that for thousands of
So I
years.
was like, oh wait,
Previous
I have him now.
Anton.
Sab like, oh wait,
His eyes are
Actually,
green.
we technically have the faceless painting. of
Sam
Anton
actually
from
pulls
it.
out something.
fill it in.
Sam actually pulls out
Please
like, oh, I actually, it's like this little satchel which I guess he brought with him, and he's like, oh, this might be, so well, it's a little
Well,
out of our, did you actually pull the whole thing?
he doesn't
out?
pull it out. He just has like the tube, and he just like
Yeah.
like kind of like gingerly presents it towards like
and he
the
gingerly-
Royals or Adamar. It's like it's the other guy, so not you. It's
He just goes ahead and takes it out. He's skilled in handling paintings and old artifacts, but he rolls it out. He's
is that a painting?
yeah, it's an Anton Sokolov original.
Which one?
Oh, from the.
Self-portrait? No, sorry, portrait of me, I guess.
The one without a face?
Yep.
You took that? That
Yeah.
was in a frame.
Sam just like giggles and just like
Just curious, where did you find this?
Soul Spring Resort.
Soul Springs.
I don't suppose you wouldn't want to,
Seven.
maybe have a better portrait, maybe a more flat room. One that actually has your face.
I'd probably prefer if my likeness isn't reproduced anymore.
Well,
Sorry.
I kind of just meant for you.
Oh.
Portrait painter.
You know what? It'd be good to have a drawing of me that I actually gave consent for a change.
Anton continuously drawing him since before he got consent.
This is now a consent payment. Sounds like
Retroactive consent.
Sounds like I don't know if you want that, but I mean you have a lot of stuff. If you don't,
I
like,
think-
I understand if it's like a weird like.
Oh, it
Possibly.
would be a good addition to my collection, if if this is something that you're willing to part with.
Yeah, I think so.
How much do you want for it?
Oh. So what's the Heisel? Lot. Ooh.
Sokolov is not
You-
alive still.
you,
right?
uh,
Right.
So I just looked up. You interested in any trades?
Maybe. It
Okay.
depends on what you're looking for.
What do I need? Like,
Got any bone charms or something?
got like,
We do have a fair bit of those.
I don't know what to ask for. If there's anything that I would want, I wouldn't really want to take it because it would be too personal. And like anything that,
No, we have
is there something just like, just kind of, you give to people who come by?
The people.
You want a pamphlet?
people don't really come by.
I figure that's sort of the point of a place like this, right?
And that is, yeah.
Peace and quiet.
Do a lot of people even know what you look like? Is that common?
It's kind of died down as time has progressed.
Clearly, Sokolov never did.
Always striving though. Emily, this is good. I might put this by yours. No, don't do that. Emily says from the kitchen.
Where's yours?
It's in the study in the back.
Who painted it?
Anton Sokolov.
I'm running to the study.
It was his last, actually.
That like slides over to where to follow him.
Yeah, all right. You go over towards the study,
One
and
did
you will
not
see
have-
a portrait of.
He's gonna stare at it and bask in it. That's so cool.
So, what's the story on the rest of you other than Timothy here?
Seb also like kind of undoes his gloves and just kind of takes them off
Hmm?
and just kind of like puts them in his pocket. He
Yeah,
doesn't, like,
there's
make
plenty
a
of
big
places
deal.
to sit around
Doesn't
here,
like
too.
doesn't like make a big deal about it. They just kind of.
Handshake feels a little banal, but I'm Hazel.
Hazel, it's good to meet you.
Good to meet you too. Better than you know. And you too. Empress called in. Emily?
Yeah, she comes in and with some tea, and it says, Emily would cut it.
Sure, Emily.
So, what are you all doing with Mr. LG? Can we not do the code names? LG looks around at the rest of you. Fine, I'm Alonzo.
Could you spell that one?
Alonzo?
It's just ALONSO.
Ah,
Oh,
E.
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 Wait.
Dishonored.
No,
Go
I
back
wrote
and
it with the A.
find LG's
Gosh darn it.
Alonzo.
or LG's
Like Elon, and then so?
Yeah.
Alonzo. Nope.
Is there anything around the room that like Sab sees that maybe would like that he might ask to trade for? Like he's looking for.
Something that's not personal.
Yeah,
I will say.
he doesn't want to take anything personal. He wants
They have
something
a-
that's like kind of like something that's something kind of small. That's
Yeah. So a lot of the knickknacks that
Should
they
I
have
roll for
aren't
it?
just like mementos. Yeah, go ahead and roll a study check. So not everything that they have is like, oh, this is. They're not going to be super sentimental about it. It's actually just a collection that they both enjoyed working on.
One success?
Let's see.
maybe like rings, perhaps.
No rings. Those are off limits. Well, you would see again a lot of militaria. So if there are swords from basically every isle of the empire. Same with a few uniform collections. Lots and lots of war medals, and an absurd amount of bath salts. Not sure why those are there.
Notes, bath salts.
You do see what looks to be kind of tucked away on a wall is just an kind of an unbecoming wooden boat, small.
Hello.
But yes, you'd see it mounted on a wall. So those are some of the things that you see. If you're looking for anything in particular, let me know.
I guess looking. Oh, I'll have to check his list. You guys can go on do something or just wait.
So, you said you had some questions for me?
Yeah, that's right. Has Alonzo or any of others told you about the new outsiders?
Yes, I'm aware of them.
And how they're named?
And Emily would be nodding as well.
We are aware of that.
Well, thing is, we're trying to get one of them out.
Adamar smirks. Did you know them?
Yeah. Before when he was him.
You have my full support in this. Unlike the protectors. He says as he looks towards LG.
We already have and she'd take out the spike. We've already got the spike he was made with.
Does that belong to him?
Yeah,
Hmm.
his name, of course.
Then you have everything that you need, I think. From what I've heard about the spikes, it's the same ritual that they did with me. So all you need to go do is go into the void at the location where the ritual, or wherever he died, and find him. He'll be encased in voidrite. Say the name, his name, and you'll get him back. I wish we could do the same with the rest of them.
Well, maybe we can, but that's a question for another day. If you don't mind me asking, Idamar.
Yeah.
What was it like when you first got back?
Bright. It was not like stepping into a new world because I had observed everything that the outsider had. I knew what I was getting into, but I had someone beside me then, and that made it easy. I have someone now. And you see he puts a hand on Emily's knee.
You just kind of notice the sound, or as he's talking about leaving, the voice app just kind of pauses and just is kind of listening, and then when he stops, it just kind of goes back to looking.
And was it hard to come back?
Absolutely. Especially considering I hadn't. There's a sense of weightlessness in the void. I collapsed. But I was going into a world where I knew no one, but there were people that cared for my plight, and again, that made it easier. I don't think I could have done it without that, especially with where the world was after, I came out.
Sure.
What was he to you? Or, I'm sorry, what were they to you?
I live in.
So I roll insight on that.
All right, roll an insight check.
Talk cleverly.
And his life doesn't deserve to be over just yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're going to have to say it again.
And his life doesn't deserve to be over just yet.
40. This one.
She said it pretty cut and dry.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, best of luck to you in getting him out then. What's he, I know the new outsiders are each over their own domain. It's his
The diplomat. He's
people.
people.
Hmm.
Kind of bad he was before too. She just got this from him.
Does that do anything?
Couple of
Power
things.
wise?
Yeah.
He did that in the last stages of his life as well.
The
There
last
was-
stages.
Right. Just before I came back, he gave a woman artifacts instead of a mark. It was kind of the idea was to give something that would last a little longer than just a mark. Although I know the mark still does work. It's something deeper and more important for changing times. You should be very glad. The last person that got those things got her arm and her eye replaced. Kane is pretty good.
Yeah, pretty neutral, isn't it?
Just cross his arms.
So
Pretty good stuff.
outsiders make things that last longer than they do when they're about to die.
They don't make things, they find them. The sliver of the eye of the dead god was in my friend's eye, but it was an artifact from the void itself.
Was that something he had in life?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know exactly how that would work, but it's something of the same principle. Something of immense purpose and importance in his own life, carried to the void. It's gone through quite the ordeal.
You say that they just find the artifacts?
Well, that's what he did with the former artifacts.
Couldn't someone make an artifact for the same purpose?
You probably could.
How would that happen?
That I don't know. It's not. Well, probably the same way of people making bone charms, I suppose.
What should I know about navigating the void?
You can't. You're gonna need to go in where exactly you want to go. So it was where I was. Was in Shinderi Peak, Karnaka. The veil between our world and the void was very thin there. And it was pretty easy for my friend to jump in and say my name and get me out of here.
But if I enter where he died, then that will be where he is in the void too.
It should be if this follows what happened with me. LG just says, it should.
Great. I mean, that's easy then, Lorenzo. We can just take the respite back right now to Alba. Can go in there and get him out. It'll be easy.
I'm glad you have some hope in that. And immediately, I am sorry, I am doing this for dramatic effect. I am pretty certain that you wouldn't do anything, so I am basically forcing this right now. You all would hear a couple knocks. And then the door burst open as 3 women come into the cabin. The first one, actually, we'll go from back to front. The last one you would see is a kind of older woman, probably in her 60s. Slightly gray-brown hair. She's wearing a monocle. She has a pretty long crossbow. The next is a woman in a pretty long maroon duster. Looks to be middle-aged. And the first one in a cream leather coat is Ren. She scans the room very quickly, looks at LG, and just says, "You idiot! This wasn't part of the plan!" And this is what we're going to end on for this week. I imagine you would have let them go. Because it's Ren.
Well, it depends. Is it getting dark?
No.
Okay.
It's noon. We're going to stop session for this week, so we will see you all next week.